All right, welcome to the stream. We're going to get started in just a minute. I am running a little bit late. It's 4:07. I was actually planning on starting earlier, and I obviously did not start earlier. I started 7 minutes later than I originally planned. Here we go. We're already off to a good start, aren't we? So today, I don't know what I want to do yet. More tri-jet. This one is just not an automated one. Yeah. I don't know what we're going to fly yet, actually. We're flying one of the two. Today, we're going to try something else. We're going to mess around a little bit with Aeroconomy and see if I can learn how this works. It's kind of like another career mode for Flight Sim. It's more multiplayer, I think. So whereas with A Pilot's Life and NeoFly, it's all single player, Aeroconomy is kind of multiplayer. So I think with Aeroconomy, you can join like a virtual airline and then do like missions and stuff. We're gonna mess around with that at the beginning. If we can't figure out how it works or it just doesn't seem appealing, we will do something else. I'm currently loading in Flight Sim because I did not get Flight Sim started. You can see how far behind I am. For those that haven't seen Aeroconomy, this is Aeroconomy. Am I allowed to show that number? Let me see. I don't know if I'm allowed to show that number. I'd have to assume it doesn't matter, right? I don't even know. It'll be fine. So, for those that haven't seen Aeroconomy, this is Aeroconomy. It's free. You make an account over on FS Hub, and then you download the Aeroconomy kind of like software. And then you have your missions. And also, you can make an airline. We're going to see if I can make an airline and then maybe fly it in Aeroconomy. I don't really know how this works. It's like an in-game version of an older mod for Flight Sim. You forgot its name, but you built your own airline from nothing. You might be thinking of Air Hauler. Either Air Hauler or NeoFly. I don't know. We're going to figure this out. So, unfortunately, I was looking for Wolf Air. Wolf Air is a virtual airline ran by a YouTuber. We're not going to fly his airline. Unfortunately, as I was going through here, these are the airplanes that we have. The MD-11, obviously I have that, so we could fly the MD-11 if we wanted to. There's a couple jobs here. But there's no 727. The Fokker 28, which is a very old aircraft, is here. We've got some very old airplanes, the DC-3, but no Boeing 727. That's kind of interesting, actually. Boeing 77, 73. Yeah, no 727, which is so weird. Yep, Air Hauler. Does Air Hauler work with 24? I have it. I didn't hear anything about it working for the new Flight Sim, so I never tried it. But yeah, so I guess we'll just have to play around with this. Worst case scenario, we will do a flight with the MD-11. So yeah, let's see, where's MD-11? I probably just passed it like 100 times. MD-11, no. 11, no. Oh, I already have it selected. That's why it's not showing up. You have no clue? You haven't watched our Hauler video? Yeah. I haven't used it in years either, so I don't know if it works. I guess I could get it installed at some point. Maybe we could try it out. But yeah, I guess worst case scenario, we will fly the MD-11 and do some kind of charter flights with this. So in Aeroconomy, you can make money. And then if you go over to the FS Hub website, there is the Aeroconomy... Hold on, I'm not in the right website. Aeroconomy. I think you can go and you can like buy like properties and like businesses and stuff like that. So it's a whole thing that I don't really know how it all works yet. But I was looking over here to airlines. So where is airlines? There I am, that Mateo guy. Where is airlines? Airlines... Flights, personal, achievements, maybe airlines. Right, if we go to airlines, these are all virtual airlines. I'm going to make myself an airline. Google says it generally works with 24, but it's a much older mod. Oh, okay, so they never, like, updated it. That's good to know. Well, I guess NeoFly is a good substitute for it. Let's create a new airline and let's see what happens. Airline membership. This List shows which airlines or flying groups you are a member of. When flying for a specific airline, your flight statistics are shared with that airline. You can also join or browse all existing virtual airlines on the airline listing page. That's where we just were. You're not a member of any airline. Would you like to browse existing? You should use the drop down, blah, 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 blah. Change your active airline or flying group, blah, blah, blah. Airline management. Following airlines or flying groups are ones which you created and can manage. Using the options below. Using the options below, you can edit and delete your virtual airlines. Okay, let's create an airline. Fanfare Airlines, abbreviation XXX. You know what? We're going to make an airline, and we're going to just name it MTC Air. That's going to be the name of the airline, MTC Air. Let's just name it that. It works, but you haven't a clue on how up to date it is. Only one way to find out. You did like to watch that mod playlist. Oh, yeah, it's fun. MTC Air. That's MTC Mateo-Tube Community is the name of the Discord. We're just going to name it MTC Air because that's also the name of the Run 8 server. And then, let's see, MTC A. Please be aware that all airlines will automatically be deleted after 30 days of creation if no flying activity is recorded. That's good to know. You know what? We're going to name it Air Charter. MTC Air Charter, and then it's just going to be MTAC. MT Air Charter. Okay, yeah, that works. MT Air Charter, MTAC. All right, create airline. Airline abbreviation must be 3 letters. Oh. Okay, well then I guess we'll have to do that. Create airline. Feature has been moved. Please use the new airline porter feature to update your airline's details. Okay. I have a pilot. I have 1 pilot. Okay. Do I have to download this? Hold on, let me... Oh. No, it's right here. Pending applications. I was going to say, wait, am I a pending application? Okay, so this is me. I was last seen at 0 Kilo Sierra 7. This list contains pilots that you have approved to join and fly for your group or virtual airline. You can manage these pilots below. Back to crew portal. Oh. Look at this. Oh. Well, isn't this interesting? Okay. There's a whole load of stuff right here. Wait, so 30 days after not having a single flight or 30 days after the last flight? 30 days... No, 30 days after not having a flight. So you have to fly at least once every 30 days. Also, welcome Nether Gaming. It's good to see you, Nether. Long time no see. All right, so we have an airline, MTC Air Charter. Airline profile. Okay. Oh, okay, I've seen this. All right, this is cool. So let's just go to airlines real quick. Just to kind of show you how this works. Let's go to Delta Airlines Virtual. Here's like all the stuff. Here's an airline that's been in action for a while. You can see their average landing rate. This is their safety rating. Total flights, the total flight hours. You can see where they've been flying to, what they have been flying. And you can also see their pilots. So you can see everybody who works for them, which is actually kind of neat. All right, let's go back to MTC Charter. We're going to go back to here. Airline staff, airline radar. Oh, look at that. Okay, that's cool. Airline flights. There are no flights to display. Oh, okay. Browse routes. MTC Air Charter has 0 published routes serving 0 airports. Click on an airport name to view the full route details and any notes that your airline management team has associated with the route. You should get back into Flight Sim, but you haven't played since another airline manager you used got shut down after the... Oh. Yeah. What airline manager was that? Departure airport. All right, how do I do this? Launch route map. Oh, so that's... Could not receive flight route data. Right, because we don't have that. Download airport list. Oh. Trying to think of the name. Oh, okay. Well, if you remember it, let me know. All right, what is this? Open with Notepad. ICA code. Oh, okay. I just downloaded a file for my routes that I apparently don't have. Okay. That's kind of neat. All right, let's go back to the crew portal. Achievements. Single flight. Single achievements consist of a single flight or a leg with specific criteria. There are no achievements in this category as of yet. Back soon. Okay, cool. Yeah, so I think this is still being developed. There's probably a lot of things that they don't have in it just yet. Airline settings. Oh, I can change the name. That's good. Good thing I can change the name. Virtual airline. Yes, it is a virtual airline. Websites, YouTube. Oh, I could put my YouTube in here. This should be the full URL if you have one. Hey, okay. You know what? For the heck of it, let's do it. I'm gonna just put this information in here real quick. Be right back in 2 seconds. Discord. We could also put my Discord in here. Okay. Socials. Discord. All right. Staff room. Livery downloads. I guess I have to make some liveries then. This should be the full URL to where your staff can download your custom airline aircraft liveries. Okay, well, we're just a charter airline, so we could probably use, like, a white, basic white livery. It's like we just bought the aircraft. Staff room URL. This could consist of a Discord server. Oh, okay. I hope that this is just an invite link, right? Okay. Only allow company route flights. Flights to and from airports that do not match a company will be silently ignored from being added to the airline's flights, but will still appear. I might like that. They're allowed to delete their own VA reports. No. Show pilot points on the pilot's airline dashboard. You can optionally choose to hide or display the user's reward points on the virtual airline dashboard. You may want to disable this if you're using external integration. This is also only be displayed if the pilot rewards is enabled for your virtual airline. You think a cool aircraft for this game would be the L-118 Electra? You love older... Yeah, I've seen that aircraft. It's a pretty cool one. Only displayed if pilots award... Okay, I don't know how that works. Show pilot rank column in airline members list. I guess we could do that. Show airline members flights... I cannot speak. Show airline member flight screenshots on the VA page. Okay. Default rank. None. Rank will be calculated and set on the first valid flight. Okay. Display airline... Oh, well, isn't that interesting? I can't select that. Okay, so that might not be a thing. Auto-approve manual PREP submissions. Oh my gosh, this is a whole thing. Auto-approve pilot join. Pilots are allowed to delete their own VA reports. Okay, let's do this one. I'm going to... you know what? I'm going to keep this on. We're going to keep this on just because I feel like that would be... but it's a charter airline, isn't it? You remember it was called Project Fly. Oh, I've heard of that one. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Nice. All right, I'm going to keep this on. We're called an air charter, but we have scheduled flights. Airline styling. Oh, airline logo. This must be a square image. Radar flight banner. Must be exactly 380. Ooh. Background color? Wow, this is a whole to-do. Customer crew portal banner. Wow. Recommend using an image as 500. This is just a whole thing. Okay. We'll deal with that later. Human resources. Am I human resources? Pilots? Okay, so that's just that. All right. PREP applicants. If your airline has enabled PREP approvals from the airline details section, settings, new flights will appear here and will need manually approved or rejected. Oh. Okay. Wait, if you have enabled PREP approvals. Oh. Where did I do that? Enable manual. This is a premium feature and only available to... Okay. So, sorry, y'all. I don't have that, unfortunately. So, I guess I have to give them money if I want PREP, blah, 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 blah. Airline ranks. If you wish... You know, I'm going to put this in full screen. No, that's not full screen, Mateo. If you wish, it's optional. You can add custom airline ranks that can be achieved by your pilots. Airline ranks can be automatically applied based on the number of hours flown for your airline or manually overridden per pilot in the human resources section. You think it would be closer to Buffalo Airways? They only have 2 scheduled flights. The rest they have are chartered to deliver cargo mainly. They had a show about them too, ice pilots. Oh, okay. If you haven't watched it, I would recommend it. Oh, okay, yeah. Cool. All right. Hub and markers. An airline hub or hub airport is an airport used by your airline to concentrate passenger traffic or used as a hub base for your airline operation. Setting up a hub in FS Hub will enable you to associate pilots to specific bases and distinguish main airports on your your flight route filter and map. Hubs are optional and you do not have to set up many if your airline or flying group does not use them or have a need for them. Your airline or flying group does not have any of these. Okay. Custom map markers can be added to your airline GPS map to plot and share useful information with other members of your virtual airline or flying group. These markers may be your airline's hub and other destinations, or may be useful points of interest that you want to showcase on your virtual airline radar. Oh, your airline does not have any of these. Okay, I'm gonna make the hub. I don't know, we'll figure out a place to do the hub because I think we can do multiple of those. Route manager, here we go. We're not gonna do this just yet. Achievement manager, let's do achievement manager. Actually, you know what, we're just gonna read routes, might as well. As the virtual airline or flying group owner, you can publish and share predefined company routes with your pilots, and in addition, these routes can be configured to reward pilots for flying them. Your airline does not have any of these. Okay. If you haven't watched it, oh, you read that message. Achievement Manager. Welcome to the Airline Achievement Editor. This tool enables airlines and flying groups to create and share custom flight achievements with other members of their virtual airline. During the beta phase of the new custom virtual achievements, only airlines that are managed the CEO or by... Oh, okay, so I don't even have access to that yet. Achievement Manager, I assume... Sorry, that is... okay, that's weird. Why are you all of a sudden really bright? Okay, sorry. I didn't know, yeah. Roles and permissions. Okay, you can configure custom roles and assign granular permissions to specific members of your virtual airline in order to give additional management permissions to other members of your virtual airline. You'd love to see who charters out of an MD-11? I mean, did charter MD-11s exist? I don't know. Let's see. Oops, let's cancel that. Let's see. Were MD-11s... Is there a way for me to put this on dark mode? Appearance dark. There we go. Were MD-11s ever used on charter flights? Oh, maybe. The MD-11 was not used on charter flights as a passenger aircraft. The last passenger operation was in 2014. It's still used in cargo. Okay, no. Maybe for cargo. All right, where was I? Roles and permissions. I mean, you know what? Maybe we'll be the first airline to do that. You can configure blah, blah, blah. Roles are... Okay, so we have the owner rule. Obviously, I'm the owner. All right. Yeah, okay. It'd be kind of cool to make, like, first officer and stuff. Message manager. I can't access that. Integrations. Oh, look at this. Okay. Here's what I was looking for. Integrations and webhooks. Aeroconomy provides an optional extension of your existing FS Hub experience and further adds to the immersion of flight simulation by providing persistent aircraft, a global economy, and currency where business decisions on how you operate your airline will affect your ability to run a successful airline. By enrolling your airline into the world of Aeroconomy, flights flown by your airline's pilots that qualify based on your aircraft locations, business contracts, lease terminals, and other ad hoc jobs will be associated with your airline. Your airline is not participating in Aeroconomy. I want it to be. Webhooks allow external services to be notified when certain events happen in your VA or VA flights. Oh, that's really cool. So I could make like a little Discord channel, and I could probably put like a bot to post stuff. Oh, that's really cool. That's actually neat. All right, let's enroll this into Aeroconomy. I'm going to hide my screen because I don't know if it's going to show information. Enter the ICAO airport you'd like to be based near. All right, give me an airport. I'm going to think KCLE, Cleveland, would be the airport I would like to go out of, just because I know the area. You know what? Let's do Cleveland. I feel like it's an easy airport. We're gonna do... Ooh, I'm not gonna show this. I don't know if it's gonna show any bad information. Let's do Cleveland. I could also do KBKL. We could do Burke Lakefront. Could a Boeing 727 land at Burke Lakefront? Can an MD-11 land at Burke Lakefront? You should have done pilots. You could have to do pilots, would have to bid on contracts. That'd be fun, yeah. All right. This is where... so this is going to be the hardest part of setting up our airline. Do we choose I don't want to choose a big airport. We're a tiny airline. We don't have a lot of money. Chances are, if we're going to base ourselves out of an airport, it's going to be a little tiny airport. We could do KBKL, which is a smaller airport in Cleveland. It's right on the lakefront. I think a 727 could land there. I don't know if an MD-11 could land there. Do we play safe or do we play sorry? KCLE. You know what? Okay, we'll do KCLE because I think it might be safer. And also, that's a much bigger airport. Search office buildings. Oh. Oh, look at this. That's really interesting. What's life with a little risk? Exactly. Before you can start trading as an airline in Aeroconomy, you must first set up a headquarters. 227 miles from Cleveland, 0 miles from Cleveland. Well, I imagine that this one would probably make sense. Without. Yeah, exactly. What is life without risk? All right, let's do this one. We're going to select Cleveland. Oh, my. Before you can start trading, you must set up a headquarters. Address line 1. Oh. I'm going to put in a fake number. Any plane can land anywhere. It just depends on whether you want to take off again or have your aircraft survive. Well, to be fair, some rather large aircrafts have landed at Burke Lakefront. I'm gonna see if I can pull up the map. If I could get out of full screen. To be fair, a lot of really big airplanes have come from this tiny airport. So KBKL is this tiny airport right here. Now, this is where they have the air show. And I know for a fact that the Boeing 727 and Airbus A320 can land here because I've seen them. The Airbus A320 has landed here. The Boeing 737 has landed here. We've gotten some pretty big military aircrafts that have also landed here because this is where they do the air show. It's not that big of a runway. The thing is that with the military aircrafts, they are the biggest ones, but they're also made to stop very quickly. As for an MD-11, a Boeing 747, which I don't think we're going to fly, I don't know if that could do that here. So we're going to choose Cleveland, which for those that are wondering about Cleveland is actually just right here. Burke Lakefront's here. Cleveland is just here. I know 747s can land here. I know MD-11s can land here. I know basically everything can land here. We're just going to play it safe. And somehow I have apparently closed out of my browser. Okay, no, it's fine. All right. Address. So apparently I can make a fake address. Let's do that. Wait, how many numbers do I have to have for this? And okay, apparently that's going to be my address for this. You were about to say that military aircrafts have great lift and stopping capabilities. Most normal airlines. Yep. Yeah, they even demonstrate that at the air show. They'll bring in the big what is it? It's the Globemaster or whatever, and they'll kind of show its landing capabilities. It's pretty neat. All right, we'll save that. Apex Capital. Okay. Okay. You know what? That one seems fun. Let's do that one. Set up my business. Okay. I don't know if I should show that. The C-17. Yeah, that one. Before you can start trading as an airline, thank you. Your business airline has been registered. My bank account number is a number that I'm not going to show. I don't know if I'm allowed to show that or not. It's not my real bank account, so it shouldn't matter. It's not my real bank account, so it shouldn't matter. But I don't know if I should show that on YouTube because I don't know what that information could do for my account. Okay. So now we're here. Right. Now we're here, and I don't know what it does. Okay. So we're now here. Okay. So how do I do things? Wait. Oh, gosh. Sorry, I'm going to move it to there for a minute. Committing fake credit fraud thefts. Let's go, yeah. Wait a minute. Is this now... Wait a minute. All right, I'm going to restart my Aeroconomy app, and let's see if that has changed. Downloads, desktop. I need to go to Flight Sim, Aeroconomy. All right, let's see if this has any new information. Airlines is still not clickable. All right. So here we are. I don't see anything here that's changed. Okay. Edit? No. Exit. Aeroconomy Discord. Submit a ticket. Okay. All right. We're going to just move this over here, and I'm going to figure out how that works in a minute. All right. Let's go back to the FS Hub. Let's go to my airline. Where is my airline? How do I access my airline? Public profile, flight achievements, countries visited, GPS tracker, Aeroconomy. That's what I don't want to be at. All right. Let's go here. No. Okay. That's not what I needed. How do I... Oh, here we go. Airline portal. Right, that's what I wanted. Okay. So, crew portal. Let's see if we can set up an airline. So, we're in Cleveland. That's where I'm based out of. Let's set up a hub. I don't know if Burke Lakefront's going to be long enough. Let's do it. Let me do some math here. You know that I know there is a law saying that you can't buy ex-military cargo aircrafts to fly civilian cargo, mainly because you can buy them dirt cheap compared to civilian models. Really? That's interesting. Let's see. What is the minimum runway required for a 7.2? 7.2s can operate on a runway as short as 4,500 feet. However, takeoff typically requires a runway length of 6,000. Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna create a hub real quick. Let's go to Lakefront real quick. How long is that runway? Burke Lakefront is about 6,600. That's runway 24 right. So, in theory, we could take off from Burke Lakefront, but that might be a little shady. Let's see Cleveland, KCLE. How long are the runways up at KCLE? KCLE is 9,000. That's 24 right, 24 left. Yeah, 6,000 might be cutting it a little short. All right, well, it's okay. We will just do KCLE. We could obviously create a new airline later. All right, so let's do... What am I looking for? Hubs. Hubs, I think is what I want. Yes. Add a hub. Let's do KCLE. In order to configure the hub, please enter the airport ICAO code. Okay. KCLE. All right. Could we also do Burke Lakefront? Maybe we also operate out of Burke Lakefront. Maybe bigger airplanes will send to Cleveland. Smaller airplanes will send to Burke Lakefront. So those are our... sorry. Let me try to figure out what I'm trying to say. Those are our hubs. All right. We're going to add a route. Oh my. Wait a minute. Enable routes. But wait, can I... Oh, wait. But what if I don't want to set up a pre-existing route? Wait, but what if I don't want to set up a pre-existing route? Maybe I have to. You can leave this field blank to accept the default route name in the convention. Okay. Optional notes about this route: pilot awards, which you must enable the pilot awards feature before pilots can be awarded. Okay, I don't think I can do that one yet. Aircraft restrictions is optional. Leave blank for any. Okay. What type of 727, a passenger and a cargo, can have different weights? Plus, if you want to fly anything bigger, even slightly like a 7, you need more runway. So what I searched up was the minimum runway the minimum length of runway that the 727 would need to take off. So that's completely empty. And it said 6,000. I know that loaded with cargo and loaded with passengers can definitely vary. That's why I'm thinking we don't take the risk and go to KBKL. That's why I'm saying we just go to KCLE. Longer runway, I know it'll take off. So I have to set up... But can I not use Debrief? I thought this was going to be like, you know, Airport A to Airport A. Sorry, Airport A to Airport B. Waypoint overrides. Enable route. What does that mean, though? Hold on. Is there a way that I can figure out how to do this? Let's see. FAQs. Maybe there's an FAQ here. I'd like to register and run a virtual airline. All right, let's see if this says, you're done managing one or more of your airlines. Can you transfer ownership? You probably could do. You're just taken off from Airport X, but doesn't appear on your list of visited countries. You want to join a virtual blah, 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 blah. All right, let's see this. Didn't the site used to be called LRM Live? Probably was. Flights not appearing in your logbooks. I already did this. You can yeah, but that's not what I'm looking for. I want to just figure out how exactly I do this. If you're not doing any Navy landing and slamming it down, yeah. So I guess I have to set up the full route. Okay, all right. Well, let's go to Debrief real quick. Debrief, we are going to set up a fake airline. What did I say my airline was? It was MTC. MTC, I guess we'll just have, well, it doesn't even matter. We don't need to have anything here. So let's just do the 727 Super, because that's the aircraft I've been flying quite a bit. I'm going to hide this. I guess I could show the screen as well. Nah, that's okay. I'll just hide this. So I am currently making a Debrief flight plan, and we're going to see if this is how I can set it up. So KCLE, and what should the first place be? You feel like in this aspect, air hauler is better because if memory serves you right, you just pick a contract from your hub and fly to the destination. Yeah, I think that this one is kind of more. I don't know if it's really career driven yet. I mean, I don't know. This is why we're just playing around with it today. So KCLE, and why don't we go to? What's a good airport? We could go to Atlanta. I feel like Atlanta's a little far. Chicago, we could do Chicago. You know what? Let's do... Oh, we could do Louisville. You know what? Let's do Chicago. Could go to Baltimore. Oh, yeah. That's interesting. Well, let's see. Baltimore... What is Baltimore Airport? Washington Dulles. I think that's Washington... Washington Dulles, isn't it? Wait, no, Baltimore, Pennsylvania. Yeah, I could go to Baltimore. All right, yeah, we'll do Baltimore. All right, so KBWI. KBWI. Let's set that there, and let's just generate the flight. Wait a minute. Oh, gosh, that's... Wait, that's... Is that Dulles? I don't think that's Washington Dulles, is it? Washington Baltimore. No, Washington Dulles Airport is a completely different... Washington is a completely different call sign, isn't it? Dulles Airport? Yeah, that's in Virginia. Okay, yeah. BWI. All right, so we have our Debrief flight plan, which apparently never generated. Wow, that is a really interesting flight plan. All right, well, that's okay. All right, let's just try this. Loading. 35,000 feet. All right, so if I copy this route, copy, and then I go back to here and I do this. No, because I don't think that's... No, because I don't think that's it. I need to do everything, don't I? Copy for VATSIM? Why is it only showing a little bit? I want to have everything. Is that how I do this? All right, so let's see. Boeing, you can optionally enforce certain all right, let's see this real quick. What kind of aircrafts are here? Please tell me that the Boeing 727 is one that's here. It is. Fantastic. Although, weird thing is, the Boeing 727-100 is not here. All right, can say you're taking aircraft parts to Baltimore to put on a ship if you're doing air cargo. That's probably what I'm going to do. I'll probably do cargo to start with. All right, so, well, you know what? I'm going to leave this empty for right now. And if I create this, your airline doesn't have a company route defined. Disabled. Why is it disabled? Why are you disabled? Okay, I mean, that worked. It says this. Wait, why is it disabled? Look at that. Okay, KCLE. Transition altitude's 1800. There's all the glorious waypoints. Why is it disabled? You're disabled. Why are you disabled? Oh, here we go. Right. Update that. It should now be enabled. Okay. All right. Well, let's try this. I don't really know how it works. How the heck do I fly this? All right, hold on. Time to learn. So I have this route. How do I fly this? Maybe if... Okay, so let me go here and let me reload. All right, I'm reloading that. Manage your hangar. No, but that's just for those jobs, isn't it? Let's see. KCLE to KB Kilo Bravo Whiskey India. Let's see if that shows up. No, there's no jobs there. So how do I fly this then? Descending. Pilots for hire. Is this not where I do it at, maybe? Refresh data. Okay. Alright. Do you need to find a contract? I don't know. I don't know. So I made this route now. Alright, let's see. Maybe I have to do this somewhere else. MTC. Oh, wait. Maybe here. No. Flights filters. There's no airline flights to display. How do I get jobs from this? Right, so that's the manager. That route is there. KCLE. You can share about these routes can be configured, reward pilots for flying them. Okay. Alright, well, let me try something then. So, if I go to Flight Planner. Okay, hold on one second. This is an entirely optional feature. You can either paste a flight plan here. Your plan route will be available on overlay. You must ensure the departure arrival represents first and last waypoints on the route. So that's not this. Maybe I just... My charts. Your chart bag. Okay, no. Your public profile, my charts, GPS tracker. It says I'm in the middle of the water right now. All right, let's try something. I am going to load in. Let's load into Cleveland. We're going to take the 7-2 because that's the aircraft I feel we should start with. We're going to do the 727. 727. Oh, wait, I don't know if I can do this one because it's the RE, and I don't know if it's going to recognize the RE. No, it should do, though. I don't see why it wouldn't. Ah, okay, whatever. Well, okay. Well, yeah, we'll try the RE. Let's spawn into Cleveland, and let's see if the radar even recognizes me. Where's Cleveland? All right, I wish that by default we could remove the clouds. Just makes it so hard to see. All right, let's go here. We are going to park. We're going to park over here. And let's just see what happens. Oop. I'm going to move Discord over here. Let's see real quick. I'm going to take this, copy that. That's not what I meant to do. We are live. All right. Welcome. 727, white livery. Let's see. Does this recognize where I'm at? Radar. I mean, does it even oh, it does. No, it doesn't. That's not me. I'm over here. This is somebody else. Okay, it doesn't recognize... I'm not over there. Let's see. Oh, gosh. All right. My flight plan... Let me see if I can... Oh, GPS tracker. Here we go. No, it says I'm in the middle of the water, so I'm thinking it's not recognizing me. Alright, how do I make it recognize me then? Let's see, is there something I might... Maybe I'm not... Enable map. Wait. How do I get it to connect? Right, okay. Let me go back here. You're gonna be fun time with that weather. Yeah, it will be. Yeah, so it's not recognizing me. Let's see. Aeroconomy. How to connect to Flight Sim. Log into your FS Hub account. Aeroconomy requires an FS Hub account for access, blah, 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 blah. Use the navigation on the mobile hamburger menu. Owner's portal for property owners. Yeah, but how does it... Here we go. Aeroconomy documents. Maybe this will help me a little bit. Alright. Where's economies? Those were sections. Alright, so... Wiki section... Mechanic is just enabling you to find everything. Taxes, operational expenses, planning permissions. Okay. Interface manual, maybe? Let's see. Interface manual. Suppliers. I don't think that's the thing I can click on. Your flight plans. FS Hub introduction. Oh, hold on. I have this already. Okay, yes. Make an account, blah, blah, blah. Radar, open the global radar, shows you, okay. But how do I get it to connect? Because obviously it's not connecting. Let me flight black, flight, blah, 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 blah. All right, we'll go here. Pilot GPS. Allows you to view your current aircraft location as LRM, as long as the LRM is running and connected to your FS Hub account. Oh, hold on 1 second. Landing rate monitor. That's what this is. Oh, I downloaded this such a long time ago, and I just thought it was a cool thing that came with it. Oh, that's so good to know. Okay, this thing right here. Live flights. All right. Yeah, it's still not. Maybe I need to restart now. Okay. Okay. I understand. Aircraft manager. Well, an aircraft manager, this is just a whole to-do. In the previous versions, the landing rate scores and optional cabin effects were previously set within the application. Aircraft manager features completely optional. You do not need to use it. Okay. Okay. Cancel. We're not going to do anything with that. Can I just close that? All right. Oh, there I am. There I am. I've shown up. So that did it. You're trying to find you. I'm okay. Oh yeah, I have to reload anyways. So there we go. There I am. Does it say what I'm in? Anonymous. It doesn't have my name. Okay. Can I have my name there? I would like to have my name. It doesn't tell me what I'm flying. Why does it say anonymous? I'd like to have my name, please. Preferences. Enable black box mode. Enable black box mode. G-force, blah, 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 blah. Is it a good landing? Yada, yada, yada. Link LRM to your FS Hub account. Oh, gosh. You'll never find your airplane. Okay. Do we need to call the ICC or the FAA to get permissions to fly? Apparently we do. All right, so I need to connect this to my FS Hub account. I will be back in 1 second. Because obviously I don't want to show my email password. And I need to make sure that I don't say it aloud because I have a tendency to do that. Yes, my plan is to fly the F-22? No, the 722. All right. So this should be linked now. Good. My account has now been linked. So I'm just going to close that. And now if I go back to the radar, does it show? Oh, look. It shows me. All right, cool. So we're actually getting somewhere in life. There I am. That Mateo guy. If I click on that Mateo guy, it shows me. Okay. Oh, okay, okay, okay. Message pilot. I can message the pilot. I can send myself an email. All right, I need to get some of this stuff closed down. I have way too many tabs open. Let's get a flight going. Let's just get a flight going. Let's get a flight going. GPS tracker. Aeroconomy. I'm going to open this up real quick. I still don't know how the heck this works. So, how do I use this? I was talking to Hudson. Oh, okay. Yeah. Sorry. All right, real quick, I'm going to end the flight and we're going to restart this because I realize I never enabled multiplayer, so I need to enable that. I believe it's all players that I want. No, it's live players. Why is it not all players? Like, okay, we're doing all players. Live players. Okay, live players. Let's spawn in. And let's see if I can figure out if I can get this thing working. Because now that this right here is functioning, I assume that I could probably fly. I could probably do a route now, right? Airline portal. Am I flying? I was last seen there. How do I change? This pilot is the airline CEO and is automatically... Okay, let's just take a look at this real quick. There I am. Rank. Carry over hours. Last flight not available. Flight hours 0. This pilot is the airline CEO is automatically granted all permissions to the admin portal regardless of any roles assigned below. I can award myself. I can award myself. Okay, back to HR. Well, I don't think I can do anything with that. So I was last seen there. I am online. Back to crew portal. Is there a reason there's nothing showing this? Oh, I wonder if that's flights that are going on now. Airline radar. Am I even showing up here? I'm not showing up here. Wait, it's probably because I'm not loaded in yet. Alright, I'm loaded in. I should be on multiplayer now, I think. We're at Cleveland. Alright. Let me take a look. Am I going to show up here, maybe? I'm not showing up here, which is kind of weird. Am I even showing up on the normal radar? I am. It says that I'm here in Cleveland. Mayday, 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 dual engine failure? Actually, I did have one of my engines stall in the 7.2 the other day. Alright, let's go to radar. Let's see if I'm even showing up. No, I'm not showing up on the radar. Which is kind of funky. Which, maybe that's why I'm not showing up. Alright, let's just get the airplane kind of loaded up here. We are going to get the ground power on. Which I think I need to get the audio up. I think I turned the audio down. Let me get that up real quick. We're on 50. That should be good enough. Alright. Let's get that going. Set that to APU. We're going to get that on bright. Get that on. Obviously in the simulator, yes. I don't need to mess with that right now. Floodlights are not on. Can these lights work, maybe? No, because it's not dark enough yet. We'll get all this stuff on. Alright, cool. And we also need to get that on. And then we can also get the little FMS. Excuse me. So for those that are on Discord, I was talking about this aircraft a little bit. I started learning how to use the FMS for the 727. And I gotta say, the 727 with a glass cockpit is ugly in real life. It's ugly in real life. I much rather see a steam cockpit. But I gotta say, in Flight Simulator, it's not bad. I kind of like it. It takes the new and it mashes it with the old, and you still have to do a lot of manual flying and kind of, you know, when you're flying GPS, right? You actually have to kind of capture your GPS routing, otherwise you'll just fly in a straight line. So it's kind of interesting. All right, let's see. Is this now showing me? Maybe the website has to. Oh, there I am. Okay, now am I showing up here? Aircraft flights. No. Am I showing up here, maybe? Where's the radar? Radar. MT. Okay. No, I'm not showing up on the radar. So, I'm not showing up on this radar. That's so weird. So why am I not showing up on this radar? Do I need to... How do I accept this route? I don't know how... Okay. Maybe I'll have to take a different... Maybe we'll just have to take a different job. You'd imagine they just took everything from the modern 737, threw it in the 7.2. You imagine it looks like a late 737. It kind of does, yeah. It does look like a very early 737. Because actually, if you look at this aircraft, and you didn't tell me what it was, the early 727s, when they had the... When they were first kind of getting the glass in them, they looked a lot like this. They pretty much look just like this. So, all right. Well, I guess push comes to shove. I don't know how I... All right, we're gonna get that set up. Let's just do some aircraft kind of setting up here. We are in as default of an aircraft as you can get. It has no fancy... It doesn't... Oh, look, that's already there. Why is that there already? Wait, what? Oh, right, because I set it up in Debrief. I was going to say, why does it know that we're doing this? So how do I set this up? You can publish and share predefined routes with your pilots. How do I take this? Let's see, is there... Right, so this is this one. No conducted flights yet. How do I conduct a flight? Here, let's see. Maybe in the FAQs, maybe? Let's see if somebody talks about this. Where did that just open up? Pilots, you've just taken off from an export expo. Doesn't appear in your list of visited countries. You want to really confine where can I see virtual airlines that I fly for? You're done managing one. Why do I even care about this? What type of integration methods do you provide? Yeah, but I need to know... So not appearing in your logbook. Not appearing in your logbook. Is this showing as disconnected? It doesn't... Oh, it says connected. Maybe publish it? Oh, wait. Did it say publish? Did it say publish? It's not what I need. Where do I go back to? Where was I at? Where the heck was I? Hold on. Let me figure out my life. Open crew portal. Wait, where did it say publish somewhere? Publish. Update route. You heard you say something about publish it for your pilots, so maybe you have to publish it. Oh, okay. Okay. Export routes. Oh, that just downloaded that. Okay, nope, that's... No, that's not what I wanted. I wanted to go to here. Okay. Airline radar. Let's see. Am I showing up yet? I'm not showing up yet. So it's not that. That never saved. Duty schedules. This feature is only available to premium. Okay, so I can't do that. Never mind. Name of pilots is set max leg distance. Whoa, okay, here we go. Routes and permissions, maybe. Was there a thing that said routes and permissions? Hold on, I'm going to take a look at the settings again. So, for some reason, it never saved my Discord stuff. I'll have to add that later. Only allow company routes. Pilots are allowed to delete their VA pass. Okay, well, yep, that's what I wanted. Display airline economy balance. Main page, bottom left. I have... Wait, roles and permissions? Routes and permissions. Yeah, so this is just... Oh, transfer ownership. Yeah, no, so this right here is just for... I think it's like Discord. So in Discord, you can... You know how in Discord, right, they have roles and stuff like that, and moderators might have the moderator role. I think that's what this is. Because, like, if I create a role, let's just name it First Officer. Well, actually, you know what? Let's create a role and let's see what it does. Manage permissions. Enable VA admin sections. Run reports. Export. Update airline profile. Manage roles. Assign users. Add ranks. Delete ranks. View balance. Create webhooks. Edit webhooks. Credit. Deposit. Manually approve. Reject. Yeah, so I think this is just for... Yeah, you're fine. Approve pilot applications. Dismiss. Yeah, so that's the only thing with routes. All right, let me take a look at settings again. Duty schedules. So this, I think, is only... so to enable these features for airlines. I can't do this one. Enforce only one schedule per 12 hours. Reset locks. Enable pilots to set a max leg distance. Assignments and missions. Here we go. This might be what I needed. Enable airline auto-generate assignments. If enabled, your airline will automatically enable generate assignments, missions based on your curated assignment, and enable your pilots to fly these random assignments. Round robin. Okay. Yeah, but okay. So, regular intervals. Configure assignments to be generated more frequently. Nearly 2 feet of snow tomorrow. Yeah, that's what they're talking about. Failing to complete a taken job. Okay. Oh, that's also only available for supporters. So this stuff is only available for supporters. So I can't do any of this stuff. Aeroconomy balance. Maybe we could do that and see what that does. I'm the only one on this airline, so I mean, might as well. Integrations, maybe. No, so I already did that. Congratulations. Okay, so by enrolling... Okay. No, I already did this, didn't I? Yep, that's all that stuff. Schools in your neighboring counties are ordered to be closed on Monday. Yeah, I think the same thing is happening here as well. All right. Let me close all this stuff down. Aeroconomy. Let's see. So if I just kind of redo this. Let's see what the forums say. Does anybody talk about forums? Help and support. All right. Integration reports, some info missing. Airline hubs and overview page broken, blah, blah, blah. Dismiss pilots showing on Discord. Enable Discord notifications. Webhooks disabled. Does anybody here talk about how to, like, get jobs and stuff like that? Daily schedule. Oh, look, it's Nightwolf, the guy that I was talking about earlier. Not generating to route updates. Let's see what this guy says. What is he looking at? Duty schedule. Right, okay, so he... Okay. Okay. You don't miss the cold? Yeah, it's... I'm currently connected. However, my flights are not tagged in FS Hub. Is using joint FS. The first 15 flights were tagged. Let's see what this person says. FS Hub. Oh. Hold on. Let's see. Maybe I have to be onto this. You got to go in like 5 minutes. You're going for dinner. Have a good dinner. Where am I going? Oh, where is he going for dinner? Okay. Hold on. I'm going to take a look at this and see if I can... Right, so it has me set up on this. 0 pilots online. Why is it not detecting that I'm online? Italian restaurant. Nice. Huh. That's so weird. All right. You know what? We're going to do a flight. All right. We're going to do a flight. We're actually going to do a flight. You know what? Hold on one second. I'm going to try one more thing. Aeroconomy. It's surprised that nobody's talking about this. Join a virtual airline. Use the duty schedule feature to generate airline routes. Choose your aircraft. Start Microsoft. Load the selected route. Follow the instructions. I think that's about to load in a live stream. I don't want to show a live stream. That's only... Yeah, but those are live streams, and I've watched this guy, and I don't know if he's going to actually show me what I need to do. All right, we're just going to check one more thing, and then we're going to fly. It's one of those things where you have to pay to use it. I don't think it is. I don't believe it is, because, I mean, why would they have you create... Why would they make it all free and then not allow you to do anything with it? I don't know why... Like, okay, I can't select any of that. There's nothing for that. Here we go. All right, virtual airlines. Is there a way to make this dark mode, by the way? I have to log into this? All right, whatever. As a demonstration of policy guides, we'll be using Alaska Airlines. The virtual airline is official showcase. All right, here we go. When you went to Disney, your train on the way back went into emergency due to the PTC issue or something? Oh, wow. Well, I had that happen to me once on the train going into the city. I think it was a new driver, actually. And so I think the driver that was driving was actually in training. And remember that your airline's inactive. Okay. You can search virtual airlines by using this. Okay, so we can apply for an airline. You can then visit the crew portal by either using the My Airlines page. Okay. Crew portal. All right, let's look at crew portal. Crew portal is the one for all functions for a virtual airline, both for pilots, VA, and staff. Oh, really? Twice. Okay. In the area, you can see what you can view and access as a virtual airline member. Pilot ID. The ID is a customizable dynamic image that the VA can set as your ID. VA owners can modify how this image is generated for each pilot. If your VA has enabled this feature, you'll be able to see the amount of XP you have generated. Okay. Leave the VA. Yeah, but that's not... Okay, let's do managing the VA. And no, I don't mean Veterans Association. I mean virtual airlines. So I can't do that. Browse routes. Let's take a look at that also. So, managing my airline, naming the airline, abbreviating it, airline styling, includes logos, all that fun stuff. Pri-reps, which I can't do that unless I have the premium. You're going to hop off. Have a good one. Nope, you're fine. Mikey, thank you for stopping by. We will be live for a while, though. Pilot ranks. Okay, well, that doesn't... Routes. Now, here's documentation that I could have used. Why wasn't all this stuff available earlier? All right, human resources. This is for applications. If a pilot has requested to join your airline, they will be shown in this area. You can either approve or reject. Okay. In the same area, you can view your pilot, either edit or dismiss. Oh, okay. If you select edit, you're able to edit the pilot. Okay, I'm able to just edit somebody. Oh, okay. Okay. Blah, blah, blah. Airline contribution. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. Here's the routes. This, I think, is what I need. Go to the crew portal and select routes under the administration section. In this page, you can see your VA routes. 1. Route name. Let's just take a look at this real quick. All right. What did I say? Route manager? Route name is, what was I at? I was on this one? No, I was on this one. I was on this one. Mateo needs to organize his tabs a little better. ASA 709 or 5. KKIDS, I don't think that's it. Maybe that's why it's not showing up. What? Okay. Well, okay, I edited that because that looked like a really weird name. Okay. Right. Maybe there's something else. You're gonna hop. Oh yeah, I already read that message. Route departure, arrival, ACO, route distance. So that tells the distance. It shows the money? That one doesn't show the money. It does show the distance, but it doesn't show the money. Show route information, edit route, delete route, create route. Okay. Click edit button 6 on any route to open the panel. Wait, how do I... Okay. Wait, but how do I fill in the route details in the following module? Well, but hold on a minute. Maybe I have to use the... Oh, is that what that... Oh, okay. Optional number of dollars awards supply for flying this route. And I don't think I have access to that because I need to have the everything else. Okay. Wait. This will override the automatic selection to specific route if multiple waypoints exist in the same route. Okay. I don't want that. Here we go. Here we go. Go to the crew portal and click on Browse Routes. Maybe this is what I need. I've already been here. Okay, maybe this is where I'm making my mistake. So let's go to crew portal, and then it said Browse Routes. Ah, okay. Oh, Mateo, you blind son of a gun. And also, my mic just muted there for a minute. That was really, really weird. My microphone lost signal. What? Why is it saying that like I am connected to the internet? That's so weird. Oh, okay, well, I'm really dumb. This is exactly what I needed. All right, we're going to do the hub, and then we are going to there. All schedules. Oh, that could have just been so much easier. All right, launch route map. Now, is this how it works? Wait. Route filter. Right, okay. Oh, well, let me just read the rest of this. Mateo, keep reading. All right, where can I see the routes? By default, we'll only display 10 recently added routes. You can see the route filter to show all routes or routes matching your criteria. Departure airport, either, any, or choose the airport for departures. Arrival airport. All schedules, orders, blah, 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 blah. Right. Understanding the results. Route name, route XP, route distance, departure ICAO, departure airport name, airport arrival name. How do I select the job? Yeah, but I don't want that. Yeah, but I don't want to modify that. How do I, like, select it? How do I select a route? How do I select a route? I want to select the route. Okay. Hold on one second. Let me go to something I'm not already using. All right, let's try this one. So this is what I was already in. Here we go. Here you can use this feature to display your flight plan on various radar pages as well as your flight reports on FS Hub. Select the route plan, go to there. Okay. All right. Insert your call sign or flight number. Insert your call sign or flight number. Oh, it's time to look up people on Google, hope for the best. Yeah, I guess I didn't think this was going to be as much reading. Okay, so maybe I have to use this. Right? Yes. So I think I have to use this. Go to route plan. MTC Let's just do 50. Let's just do 1. You know what? Let's just do 1. Cruising altitude. Am I able to sync this? Oh. Oh. Alright, well, you know what, real quick, let me fetch this from Debrief. Oh, look at that. Okay. Alright, I gotta go to here. Let me go. I need to log into Debrief. So much stuff to log into. Alright. Oh, that's not what I needed. Why can't this just sync automatically? Come on, man. Okay. Why is it something? What does that mean? Alright, sorry. Virtual airlines. Let's just see here. Alright. Assignment system. Let's just take a look at this. Assignments. Why is assignments not a thing? Oh, maybe that's what needs to be. I don't have access to that. You need additional roles. What? But why? I don't have permission to do this? What do you mean I don't have permission to do this? I'm the airline owner. I'm the airline owner. What do you mean I don't have permission to do this? That's so strange. Alright. Okay. Yeah, so that's just that. How do I even do this? Click on this icon. Depending on how the virtual airline intends to use this feature, the assignments list can vary in size. Some virtual airlines' primary flight-specific routes, such as common commercial airlines, may use this feature. Okay. Oh, okay. Maybe I have to set this up in settings. Alright. Let's do settings real quick. Let's see, assignments. But what if I just enable that for the heck of it? Like, if I just enable that for the funds. Let's just enable that and see what happens. It's still not there. Okay. Alright, well, you know what? I think I'm going to continue reading on this. We are going to change gears then, and we're going to do some different flying. I'm going to mess with this off screen. I'm going to see if I can figure it out. Tomorrow, I'm going to probably be live. We're going to change gears, and we're going to do some, we're just going to do some A Pilot's Life. Just because there's a whole bunch of stuff, and I need to figure it out. So, let's, we are in MMLO. So, I know how A Pilot's Life works. This will be really easy. Alright, where was I? I was on ramp 8, maybe? No, I think I was here. Ramp 7. Alright, and we are flying as an IFL Group 727 Super. Let's do a flight, and then maybe I can continue reading while we're flying. Alright, save that. I am going to close that down because I don't want that. Has detected you may still be in a flight. Yes, I'd like to close it. Alright, let's save that, and let's spawn in to MMLO. So we're going to gears, and we're going to do Pilot's Life. And then tomorrow I will figure out how this all works. Alright, I'm going to update the name of the stream so that we can do everything. Because otherwise, I think we're going to be here all night. I have been live for an hour, and we have just been reading. All right, so let's, yeah, so we're going to do a pilot's life. I need to get a pilot's life loaded in. Pilot's life, I do need to log in as well, so that's why I'm hiding the screen. Sure, log in. So, I am working for a company in this one. Now, this isn't virtual, these aren't virtual airlines. These are, I think, real airlines. This one, you have a lot of freedom. So for those that haven't seen a pilot's life, this is a pilot's life. That's me. That's everything. Let's see. So, yeah, we're working for an airline called Ameristar Jet Charter. So you can see you've got a whole bunch of airlines here. You rank up. As you rank up, you can work for better airlines. As of right now, we are working for Ameristar Jet Charter, which if I search it up here. Ameristar Jet Charter is this one. They only have a set amount of routes, but you can kind of change airlines. You learn something interesting today. In Japan, they fly all routes short and long with wide-body aircrafts because of space restrictions. Boeing and Airbus made special versions of the 74 and A320. Wow, that's interesting. I did not know that. So, yeah, and then what routes you can fly depends on what what aircrafts you have licenses for. So as you can see, we have the FA-20, and we also have the DC-9. Well, actually, you can see it down here. You can see everything that is in an airline's fleet just down here. So they have the Boeing 737, the DC-91, the FA-20, the SF-34, and if you want to get licenses, you just go down here to shop, and then aircraft licenses, and you can buy licenses to fly other routes. You do not have to fly those aircrafts if you don't want to. So, for example, today we're going to be flying a route I think gets flown by the FA-20. We can use the 727. We don't actually have to fly with that one. The 727, weirdly enough, is under the Boeing 717 family, so if that's what you're flying, check under there. Right now I have the Boeing 717, Boeing 71, Boeing 72, Boeing 73, and I also have the Falcon, which is the FA-20. So those are the licenses I have. I'm working for this airline. This is my schedule. That's not my schedule. This is my schedule. It can make a whole schedule for you. So, you know, if you're like, I don't know where to fly, you can just come here. It generates a schedule. This is everywhere you have to fly. You do not have to match the departure times. You can fly them whenever you want. But here we go. This is what we have. And we're going to get started. So we are here. I'm going to make sure that the aircraft is changed to Boeing 727 because that is what we are flying. And let me get a Debrief flight plan set up. So we are flying IFL group, which is not... Oh, I almost just closed out of the browser. We are flying an IFL group 727. So we are going to be Eiffel. Instead of going under the call sign Ameristar 589, we're going to be Eiffel 589. Let me see. Dispatch. Here we go. New flight plan. IFL 589. We are flying... Let's see. Where are we flying to? We are flying from MMLO, because that's where we're currently stationed, to Laredo in Texas. Now, all right. Boeing 727 Super. We are going to be loaded. We're going to have that set to pounds, and I think that is good to go. All right, cool. Sweet. All right. So that flight plan is made. We can view the PDF here. Here's our flight plan. What do I need? I need some important information. So I need to take a look at the... it's not that, is it? It's... Oh, wait a minute. Here we go. KLRD 36 left. That's the runway that I would like. All right, let's get this show on the road. We are also going to get BeyondATC rolling. Here's the beautiful 727 Super. We got some bigger engines on this. I don't believe that's the correct registration tag for this aircraft. I don't remember. What is the IFL Group 727 registration? There's two of them. I think one is 726. And then I think the other one's 727. No, so we're out to write MD 727. No, Boeing 727. That's not at all what I need. I cannot type today. No. Let's see. Right. So November 216 Whiskey Echo, and I think November 215 Whiskey Echo. Those are their 277s. They also had a third one, but I don't know what happened to it. We're just going to have to roll with that. All right, because I'm too lazy to go. Did you hear Pan Am is coming back as an airline? It's not flying big, long 747s. They're going to be short, mid-range 320s. I did hear something about that a little while ago, yes. It is quite interesting. All right. Let's get BeyondATC rolling. It looks like it might rain. All right, let's get things going here. So I'm going to get the pre-flight going. Blah, blah. Which, actually, I need to get ground power. Oh, ground power that doesn't want to connect because apparently this stand doesn't have access to it. So I guess that means we're just going to have to use the APU, which is fine. We have enough fuel that we can manage. Yep. APU starting up. We'll just have to wait for that to go out. And I am going to get, you know, we'll do automatic refueling for this. We'll do GSX for that one. So 36,900 pounds is what we're flying at. 36,900, is that correct? 36,900, 19,870 pounds of fuel. That is good to roll. Let's get the APU on. That is set to APU. We can get gallery powers on. We can get the packs on. That light's still not working because it is too bright outside. Let's get that. All right, turn that off. We'll turn the logo lights on. The one downside of tri-jets with the S-ducts like the 727 L1011 is that you can't fit a larger modern jet into that space without a redesign. Yeah. Yep. Although I thought I read that FedEx managed to do it with their 72s, or it might have been UPS. One of the two airlines managed to do it with their 727s, I think. But I'm not entirely sure about that. It probably was expensive. All right, let's put this to on. BeyondATC is activated. All right. And we are going to get, I need to go down here actually before I set this up. Because then GSX is going to be like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. No jet. No, okay, no jetways here. Operate stairs. Can I operate the stairs? Perhaps. There we go. Talma. We'll do Talma. All right. Stairs, please get in place. Right, so we are in MMLO. We're going to go to flight plan. And I believe if I go up here, let me take a look at my thing here. So we are MMLO runway 31 via the No-Suk 3 departure. So MMLO, enter that, runway 31. I think if I go here, it might do this twice. Oh, maybe that's not what I need to do. Okay, it depends on the airport. Maybe this airport doesn't want this. Let's erase that. Yes. No. Yes. There we go. Depart. MMLO. Enter. 3-1 via the No-Suk 3 departure. The transition might be BJX. No, no transition. All right, select. There we go. So we've got our waypoints there. If I open this up, I can actually see the waypoints on the map. So that is one way to do it. Wonder what we are hauling today. Yeah, I don't know. Hauling something out of Mexico here. Hello. The stairway vehicle is set up. Let's get GSX to load our aircraft. Requested. No, I would not like to do the tug. Nobody would like to board because we're already on the airplane. We slept on here, actually. So there we go. Those are our waypoints. If we go to next, No-Suk. Can this start up so I can see my waypoints? Also, another thing that you can do if you don't want to use this is you could just go up to here. You can hit graphics and then just go to here. And then there you can see your waypoints. All right, I need to get this. Oh, hello. Why do you want me to open that up? GSX, you always open this up on your own. Alright, so the big door is going to open up. That's going to be very loud. So we're going to ignore that. Yep, so there's our waypoints. We just did the departure, which is obviously not what I wanted. So we're doing more than just that. No Souk. Hold on 1 minute. What waypoints do we got here? Intercept, no Souk. I don't think I want any of these other waypoints here. Well, actually, it's fine. We can have those. No Souk 3, BJX. Yep, that's the BG. Okay. Got it. It's fine. What? What do you mean? What do you mean open main? Everything's opened. There we go. There's our cargo. In case you're wondering what the heck we're hauling. It almost looks like we're hauling big trash bags. Well, that is boxes, clearly. Hauling boxes of some sort. Who knows? All right. So my next waypoint is going to be Manta. And there are 2 waypoints for this. 2118. The waypoint I'm looking for is that one. There we go. There's Manta. Libol. This is where being able to set up airways is really nice. That waypoint's the only one. Libol. Is there a reason that you're not starting up? Can you maybe start up for me? There we go. Okay. Yep, this is a really funky departure out of the MMLO, but that's how we're doing it. Marigo. Marigo has 1 SLP. See, because this is an airway, we're currently setting up the Uniform Juliet 40 airway, but unfortunately on this aircraft you still have to do it all manually. So SLP. There are 19 waypoints for this. 2215 is that one. You're going to say it's male and clothes. That, and you do believe the 7.4 Dreamlifter is coming to the game? You think that it makes large... it probably does, actually. You're going to say male and clothes, probably. Oops, not what I needed. Marigo... Oh, sorry, did not mean to click that. There we go. And then Liurnu. L-I-R-N-U. There we go. 1 waypoint. Fantastic. Ereco. Ereco. There we go. Let's go to the next flight plan page. And the last one for... Well, actually, the second last one for the Union Juliet 45 airway. Emoda. Nope, that's not how to type it in. Emoda. There we go. Only waypoint for that. Top of descent is right after Emoda. And then we're going to Mike Tango Yankee. Mike. Nope. Mike Tango Yankee. Enter. 1 out of 6 waypoints. This is the 2546. That's that one. Okay. And then we are doing the approach into Laredo. So I think if I do this, and then what did I say? 36 left. KLRD. Which ATC may give us a different approach. Did I say 36 left or 36 right? Let me see. 36 left. There's nothing for it. Never mind. Oh, actually, I think if I go here and then I write KLRD, I think it might... Runway 36 left. Okay. Wait. I always forget how to do this. This is where this part becomes... Oh, I'm going to do this later. We're going to do this later. Never mind. I don't want to do this. All right. I don't want to do this. I'm going to remove the 36 left waypoint. Yep. Let's remove that. I want to get rid of that. ATC will give us instructions when we get there. Cannot find Streamlabs. All right, there we go. So we have our glorious waypoints. In order to get this, the autopilot, to follow the FMS, you have to set it up here. Now, in order to do that, you go here and you hit course. And once this here says FMS, this here will now, or sorry, the autopilot will now follow this. And it's not as easy as other aircrafts. So, for example, with the MD-11, you just set up the autopilot and it automatically flies the waypoints, you know, your route. On this, you have to actually capture it. You're not sure if you remember, but last flying stream you mentioned the B-36. Its engines had 6 of them plus 4 jets, made 3,800 horsepower for 22,800 from the radials. With the jet, I do remember you mentioning that, yes. That is quite crazy. So yeah, when we go up here and we hit nav mode, you notice this says VOR localizer. That's going to be yellow until we capture our routing. And then once we capture the routing, the airplane will start to follow the FMS. It's a little bit different to normal aircrafts. You actually have to do a little bit of flying before you can get onto your kind of assigned flight path. Now, the other thing is that the autopilot master switch is here, and then you also want to make sure that that is selected. So that is, of course, very good to know. How are we doing on loading? We've got one more box getting loaded in. Looks like they are working away out there. All right, let's set off. The radios were Pratt & Whitney R4 4360s. Large radial engines over made 28 cylinders in 4 rows. They were known because of fires, really. They were known to cause fires. Wow. All right. MMLO 3115. QNH is 3016. 3016. Nope. Oh, wow. Is that really the lowest this can go? No, okay. I can go way lower. 3016. Let me listen to the ATIS real quick, and let's just figure out some of the other stuff. So the ATIS is going to be on 128.400. Well, that would have made it easier if it was 124.800. That would have been a little more convenient. 400. 400. 400. 128. All right, let's see. You are generating conversation.
Formation uniform. 2227 Zulu. Wind 255 at 16. Visibility 10. Ceiling 3000 broken. 25000 broken. Temperature 22. The point 04. Altimeter 3016.
Okay, that's right.
Landing and departing Rango 31.
Cool.
Transition level 195.
195.
Advice on initial contact. You have information uniform.
Information uniform. All right, cool. Man, she was speaking so slowly. The other day I was using BeyondATC, and that controller was speaking at 90 miles a minute. He was just 36 left, 36 left, altimeter 2992, runway 36 left, 2992, blah, 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 and I was like, oh, slow down, dude. And I think is I think that was an AI voice as well, and he was just flying. All right, where that is the tower frequency. So the weird thing about this airport, MMLO, is that it only has a tower frequency. There's just one controller, which makes sense. It's a fairly small airport. That makes sense. It is a fairly small airport. All right, are you guys done loading? No, they are not done loading out here. Well, they are done loading. All right, cool. And they are automatically closing the big old door. Let's do a little bit of a walk around. Oh my gosh, you guys are going to need to take one of those tests. How in the heck did you drive this thing into the stairways? Granted, you're in Chicago, a lot of traffic, and they talk quick. The airport, you are only has this airport, you're the only large aircraft there. That's true. There was an A320. I know the A320 and 737 fly here. Well, yeah, but this was on. Yeah. That does make sense. All right, let's do a little bit of a walk around here. Kind of double check that everything is as it should be. Got the APU on. Everything looks good. Nobody has crashed into anything. That was loud. The, sounds like the hydraulic pump is working good. We've got our covers off and everything like that. Lights are on. There's no logo on the back of this aircraft, which is kind of interesting. IFL Group. They are an actual ad hoc cargo airline. They operate 2 Boeing 727s. And I guess we're flying one of them. All right. Let's get ready for departure. I am going to move the stairs away, and we can get ready for the fantastic thing called departure. So I am going to contact Tower real quick, and we're going to get IFR clearance to Laredo. So there is some information here. Transition level is flight level 195. Acknowledge receipt of information uniform advised aircraft type. So that is good to know. Can I make this a little brighter, by the way? There we go. Let's make it all the way bright. Leon Tower, Eiffel 589 is with information uniform. We are type Boeing 727, requesting IFR to Laredo.
Eiffel 589, Leon Tower, information uniform correct. Expect runway 31, no sub 3 departure. With the Leon transition, initial climb to 1,000 feet. Squawk 0264.
Oh, she actually gave me an initial climb altitude.
No suck tree departure.
Oh, it auto responded. That's not what I wanted.
Squawk
I always forget to turn that off.
Eiffel 589.
Wait, what? You didn't?
Eiffel 589, red back correct.
Okay.
Calme back when ready for pushback or engine start.
Got it. We'll call when ready for push and start, Eiffel 589. All right, let's get this set to 264. We can get that on there, and we will get that turned to there. All right, cool. Let's get the pushback going here. Request pushback. All right. Leon Tower, Eiffel 589, requesting push and start. So there was an update.
Leon Tower, pushback approved. Face northwest.
Pushback approved, facing northwest, Eiffel 589. So there was an update to BeyondATC. And one thing that they changed is, so first of all, up here, it now gives you some ATIS information. Right here, it'll tell you information if you don't want to contact ATIS.
Departure checks completed.
But down here, one thing that I had an issue with the previous version of BeyondATC is that if you were in a very busy area, it was very difficult to get instructions into the controller. And so whenever the controller would talk, it would remove your instructions, and you weren't able to give, respond. They have changed that. Now when the controller is talking, it will say controller talking, and you can still click one of these options, which is very nice. That is very nice. All right. Is there a way for me to pop out the chat? I don't think there's a way for me to pop out the chat. All right. Are you guys almost hooked up? Should probably get the beacons and navigation lights on. I think everything else is good hell. I'm going to do a quick edit pushback on the map. All right. We are going to go all the way back there. There we go. We could just do straight out. Safe.
Release parking brakes.
All right. Release parking brakes.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at wing.
All right. All engines clear. We're going to turn the packs off. We're going to turn on one engine for one engine pump, one fuel pump for each tank. That has gone back up. We're going to start with engine 2. I'm not actually sure the right sequence for how to start these engines. I've seen multiple people do them multiple different ways. Aeroconomy, which I watched. Oh, I'm starting engine 2. I'm really dumb. Okay. I'm going to tell you what just happened. So I turned on the ignition switch up there, right? And I looked at this and I'm like, why isn't this moving? And then I heard the engine spooling up and I'm like, wait a minute. The engine's spooling up, but this isn't moving. Why is that? Well, Mateo, it's because you should look at the one to the left of where you're looking. All right. Ignition, pump switch is off. That has gone back up. We're going to do, oh, nope, there we go.
Parking brakes.
We're now going to do engine 1. Parking brakes are
Your
on.
confirmation for a good engine start.
We have a good engine start.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start.
Something about
You
sim
can
games
disconnect.
is that they can be a bit dull. You wish they would have is random events like aircraft failures. They're not about losing an engine or something. Can be simple like inconvenience. Don't pull the fire handles this time. Yeah, exactly. Actually, some airplanes do have like automatic, like random failures. I want to say the MD-11 is one of the aircrafts that has random failures. This one, I don't think it does. But at the same time, here's the thing about random failures in a game like this. It takes so long to set up an aircraft. I don't know if failures are fun. All right, engine 1 is on. We'll get engine 3 on. Let's wait for the N2 number to spool up to 20.
Tow track disconnected. Bypass pin removed. Left is clear. Right is clear.
Left is clear, right is clear. Where are you going to show me the pin? She shows me the pin. I need to get the fuel on before the engine stalls. There we go. Shows the pin, and she will walk away. All right. I think I'm ready to go almost. We'll have to get the flaps in. Let's wait for engine 1 to finish. I think it should be something you can have and turn on and off. Yeah, very true. All right, let's get the generators. So we got to make sure that those are synced up like that. Close that. Get that set to Gen 1. Get that set to Gen 2. Gen 3 is a little bit quick. Slow that down a little bit. Get that set to Gen 3. We can set that to bus tie. Not APU, bus tie. Turn the APU off, and then we can get everything else running here. Get that all running. We will get the gallery power running. We will get that on. Turn those off. What is my altitude? I completely forgot to check what my altitude is. We are flying at a cruising altitude of flight level 350. So let me get this set to 35,000, and that is going to be 5.6. 5,600 is the cabin altitude. All right, we'll get that set to on. The cooling doors are open. We will close the cooling doors once we are in flight because those create drag. And actually, the flight engineer will do that for us, so we don't need to worry about that. All right, that will go off once we are ready for takeoff. I think everything here is ready to go. Actually, we could turn that on. Set that to normal. Oh, I didn't even fuel up the aircraft. Mateo, you're about to take off, and you completely forgot to fuel up the aircraft because I said that I was going to do this. Oh, why is that not all the way loaded? That's not all the way loaded. Well, whatever. There we go. Almost took off without fueling up the aircraft. There we go. Now we're all fueled up. We're not going to run out of fuel in the middle of the flight. It's perfectly fine. Leon Tower, Eiffel 589 requesting taxi to the active. All right, let's get this set to flaps 15.
Eiffel 589, runway 31, taxi at pilot's discretion.
Runway 31 at my discretion, Eiffel 589. Which, the nice thing is, this is a very easy place to taxi. We literally just taxi down here, and then we taxi to the end of the runway. It's going to be that Canadian 767 incident. I don't think I heard about that one. Did someone actually forget to fuel up in real life? All right. Yep, so it just wants us to taxi down to the end of the runway, and then we can request takeoff clearance. So I don't think they have anybody that's actually coming in, so we should be good to go. Nope. Come on, let's go. Engine up. My dog is barking. I will have to let the dog out once we get into cruising altitude. Takeoff config warning. fine. Don't worry about it. Why is that? Hello? Why is engine 2 being weird? Why? Because it's the tail engine. Okay. Everything there looks fine. Alright. And we will just help ourselves to the runway. It was back in the 80s, and they didn't forget to refuel, but problems with the conversions from imperial to metric. They made an emergency landing with no
Eiffel
deaths.
58
That's
Mine,
good.
cross runway 31. Continue taxi via.
Continue taxi via. Cross runway 31, continue taxi via. Eiffel 589. Front gear, wait, the front gear collapsed. Really? Interesting. They must have been really trying to get the airplane down then. All right. I am going to hit OK on that. We're going to zoom this way in. Oh, yep, I'm going the right way. Okay. They pulled a Mateo landing, apparently. I really hope. Can you not? Is there a reason you're doing this to me? Is it because I forgot to do something else, maybe? Unfortunately, on this aircraft, there's no screens to tell you what you're doing. It might just be that there's not enough runway. Maybe the airplane's like, you're set to go down a different oh, I know why. I know why. Because it didn't set my speeds. There we go. So now it'll be happy with me. Since they didn't have fuel, gravity had to pull the gear down. Oh, really? The front one didn't lock? Oh, that makes sense. Leon Tower, Eiffel 589, ready to go, runway 31.
Eiffel 58 Mine, Leon Tower, wind 255 at 16, runway 31, clear for takeoff.
Runway 31, clear for takeoff, Eiffel 589. All right, let's get all of this glorious stuff on. We're going to set the pressurizer to flight mode. We're going to turn that to off. That is going to go on, and that will trip the packs to give us a little bit more power on takeoff. I don't know if we need to have the Gasper or cargo heat fans on. I don't normally run with them. Maybe I should do. I'm not a pilot. It's fine. I haven't crashed yet. Hey, look. I haven't crashed because of those fans, okay? All right. All right, here we go. Let's not die. I'm going to set this on auto response so that we can focus on flying. They landed at an abandoned Canadian Air Force base. Oh, gosh. Let's not read and fly, shall we? I'm going to just sterile cockpit.
V1, rotate.
Oh, gosh. Holy moly. What the heck is going on here?
Positive rate.
Positive right, gear up. What the heck? I think we have a little bit of a crosswind going on here. All right, I wanted to zoom that in. Why did that zoom all the way back out? I need to start turning to the right. Let's not completely freak the airplane out here. Set that to nav mode, set that to climb, set that to low.
Eiffel 58 Mine, contact clear on departure 119.4.
Come on, can we gain a little bit of speed here, maybe?
Contact Leon departure 119.4.
Also, something that's cool with this airplane is we have an auto throttle, so we can just set that up. I am off course by
Leon,
a little bit.
Eiffel 589. Good afternoon. 7,500 feet.
Man, we're all over the place.
AFA 58 Nine, on departure, identified, climb to 17,000 feet.
Right, we
Climb to
have
17,000
captured
feet.
the
Eiffel 589.
course. So we're gonna hopefully start flying it in a minute. He wants us to climb to what? Sorry, she wants us to climb to 1700. You think the airport's name was Grimley. Oh, we're already climbing up to 19,000. It's completely fine. All right. I should have that set up to climb, don't I? So hopefully when we get to BJX, this will start working. Sometimes when I do this, I have to delete the first couple waypoints because it doesn't detect them. Let's see what happens when we get to BJX. All right, how fast are we going? We are at 227. 230 is the speed that I would like to hold. Actually, we could hold 250, but we'll just do 230 for right now. Oh, actually, we're above 10,000 feet right now, so this can all go off. There you go. Which, it's going to ding me for that because, game, a pilot's life hates when you're above 10,000 feet with the legs still on. Which is so weird because self-loading cargo is the opposite. If you have your lights off below 10,000, it gets mad at you. Whereas this one gets mad at you if you have it on at any point above 10,000. All right, we are climbing.
58 Nine, contact Mexico Center 126.0.
Gone to Mexico Center.
Have a good afternoon.
The landing, banner, blah, blah, blah. They,
Center
sorry,
on 126.0.
they landed on an
Eiffel
abandoned
589.
Canadian Air Force
Have a good
base, but it
afternoon.
was converted to a drag strip. They nearly creamed 2 kids that were biking at the end of the
Mexico
runway.
Center,
Wow.
Eiffel 589.
Yankee Air Force name was
Crossing
Grimley. Huh.
15,000 feet for 17,000
You're surprised airlines
feet.
haven't started to experiment with digital glasses, so every pilot can have. Yeah, right.
Mexico Center.
Oh my God, we're turning.
Climb to flight level 350.
350.
Climb to flight level 350. Eiffel 589.
Here, I'm gonna set this up to 250 knots. Hopefully, we can get some
Aeromexico
speed.
384. Contact Mexico Center
Oh, I don't
123
wanna do
decimal 0.
250.
Bye bye.
You know what? No, I can do 250. All right, I'm gonna
Center
set
on
this
123.0, Aeromexico 3884.
250. And I'm gonna set the auto throttle on because that is the thing with this aircraft. So in modern aircrafts, I know that they have HUDs. The 737, at least the 737, and I think maybe I don't know, maybe the 787 has a little HUD, and you can like kind of move it. It's like a little sun visor. I've seen that. But yeah, that is true. I don't know what kind of tech would go into that. I imagine, however, with a HUD being, you know, a thing already. Must not be that. The tech is already here. Where are you going?
Costera 880. Mexico Center. Radar contact.
Plane, you're a little bit off course. Can we get on course? You're turning, so that's a good sign. Yours, yeah, we read that one. Can we get back on course, please? We're just slightly turning, going through the clouds here. All right, let's double check things. How is everything here? All of that stuff is off. Good. Let's close the door. That has sprung back to normal. That's where it should be. This should not be off for very long. You just need to have it off for departure, and then you turn it right back on. Everything is good.
Mexico
That
Center.
is on.
Alert 5958. Good afternoon.
That looks
Flight
good.
level
We have
261.
closed the cooling doors because those just create drag. You've seen them for the
Volaris
7.3s.
5958. Mexico Center. Identified.
They are like movable HUDs. You're right. It's so funny whenever I see those in the 7.3 because that's literally what it looks like. All right, we are going to
Aeromexico
NOSA.
107. Turn right. Heading 325.
Okay,
Turn
he's not
right,
telling me
heading
to do that.
325, Aeromexico 107.
Right, 2 seconds.
Aeromexico 199. Turn right. Heading 310. Climb to flight level 370.
Turn right, heading 310, climb to flight level 370, Aeromexico 199.
Volaris 5351. Descent to flight level 150.
Descend to flight level 150, Volaris 5351.
Costera 2689, Mexico Center, expect Arab Bravo, runway 23 left.
Expect Arab Tree Bravo, runway 23 left, Costera 2689.
Viva 420.
All right, what was it that I was
descend
saying?
to flight level 120.
Whoa, what is this turn
Descend
that
to
we're
flight
doing?
level 120, Viva 4206.
Yeah, so the 737 HUDs, they literally do look like attack helicopter HUDs. Where are we going? Look at this turn that we're doing. Excuse me, we're like literally doing a 360 or a 180. Let me see, does this show the flight plan?
Aeromexico 118, turn left.
Yeah, look at that. So we take off from the airport and then we do like a 180 to fly north. I've done this departure before, so I know it's what we're supposed to be doing. It doesn't mean it looks... It just looks weird. But you see how the autopilot works on this, right? You have like a course line, and it has to follow that course line, and you can end up losing it. If you're not careful, you can end up losing it. And you have to recapture it, which is kind of weird. All right, engines are good. We are not climbing anymore. No, we're still climbing. Let's say 250. Oh, I want to have that set to mid. There we go. Almost above the clouds here. Look at this. Movable course lines. All right. Let me get some. All right. I think we're good. We can relax for right now. It's been quite the stream. Weren't able to get Aeroconomy working, but that's okay. We will figure that out, and maybe I'll do it tomorrow. But for now, we are in a pilot's life, and I know that a pilot's life is working. You can see us here. We're flying away in a 727. And I believe that over on Simbet World, you can also find me flying.
1427. Good afternoon, flight level 370.
Aeromexico 199, Mexico Center, expect Arab Bravo, runway 23 left.
So over, this is the a pilot's life radar, and you can see me flying here. I think I am the only 727 that flies on this. I've never seen another 7.2 on here. Everybody's... Sorry, somebody trying to talk to me? Nobody's trying to talk to me. That, and they are building a new Air Force One. 747, they're completely stripping the gifted one to rebuild because Boeing is dragging their feet on building a near 748 for them. Wasn't it Lufthansa that's selling one of their 7.4s for it? Yeah, so here we are. You can see my identification. 264, yep. Our altitude, which I think it's like 5 minutes behind. But, yep, we're going here. All right, look at the beautiful sky. Let's do some flying around. Oh, look at that.
Volaris 5351, descend to flight level 130.
Descend to flight level 130, Volaris 5351.
That looks beautiful right there.
Contact Mexico Center 125.1.
No, it's Qatar. You think it is the one they gifted the U.S., but it's being stripped to nothing, completely rebuilt. Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Mexico Center, expect Mexico 1 Bravo, runway 29 left.
Expect Mexico 1 Bravo, runway 29 left, clear 3195.
You know, I gotta say, the engine sounds for the 727. Even default sounds sound really good.
Center on 123.0, executive 3 Quebec Sierra. Have a good afternoon.
All right, sounds like the engine's just died because we are at 250 knots. You always forget how old the current Air Force One is. It's a 747-200, yeah. It is pretty old.
Viva 147, contact Mexico Center 125.1.
All right, so we are going to be flying for a bit. I think the flight
Center on
is
125.147.
it's about an hour and 15 minutes according to this. We got a little ways to go, so enjoy the flight. Is 350 the cruising? 350 is the cruising. 350 is in fact the cruising. So I don't know why I thought 360. I should probably go in here then and change this to 350. Or else this won't think I got to cruise, and it'll be like, wait a minute, you never got to cruise level. There we go. All right. We are following everything. We're about to turn, I think. Why does that say I'm not... Oh. Oh? Why? Well, we're turning. Okay, cool. This map to this map, it has different information. Why does this map not have... This map here doesn't have the waypoints. That's so weird. Why would this map not have the waypoints and this one would? Heck, even this one has the waypoints. If I go to here, you can see our waypoints. Level, Marigo. I might not use this one. This one's actually really nice because you can see the waypoints. We're going from Mato to Libol. Did I say Libol or Libol? Libol. And that is going to be... We're going to get there at 23:12. So we should... Well, actually, Libol will be there in 2 minutes. We'll be here in about 4 minutes. And you can kind of see where we're going to be. So I'm actually going to set a little bit of an alarm. Let's see. One is the top of descent. The top of descent is right after Amoda. So let's just take a look here. Amoda, we should be there at 23:26. Really? That's soon? We're going to be there in no time. Wait, that fast? Really? Okay. Okay, I guess I'll be there right away. Okay. I might have to put in some of these other waypoints. Really? So only 20? Nah. Nah. Really? In 15 minutes? Alright, I'm gonna set this for like 12 minutes. Alright, I'm gonna set that for 12 minutes and we can come back. That seems really fast. Alright, we're at 30,000 feet. I'm going to be back in a minute. I gotta go do something real quick. You keep watch of the aircraft while you let my dog out. Yes, thank you. That's one thing I do gotta do. And I will be back in a minute. I will set the camera right here. Don't go anywhere. Actually, I could just have the camera here. Nah, you know what? I'll have the camera up here. I'll be back in a minute. Don't go anywhere.
Polaris 628, turn right, heading to 30.
Turn right, heading 230, Polaris 628.
Polaris 846, radar vectors, Borme Zulu Rango 27. Report ready for descent.
Radar vectors. Fort Me Zulu runway 27 ready for descent. Polaris 846.
Polaris 846, Intercontinental de Querétaro Airport landing Rango 27.
Intercontinental de Querétaro Airport. Landing runway 27 Polaris 846.
Polaris 846, descent to flight level 210.
Descend to flight level 210, Polaris 846.
Aeromexico Nine 1 Nine, Mexico Center, expect Arab 3 Bravo, runway 23 left.
Expect Arab 3 Bravo, runway 23 left, Aeromexico 919. Mexico Center, Polaris 1031. Good afternoon, flight level 370.
Polaris 1031, Mexico Center, identified.
Mexico Center, Aeromexico 366. Good afternoon, flight level 380.
Aeromexico 366, Mexico Center, identified.
Mexico Center, execute 2Q Sierra, flight level 3889.
Execute to Sierra, Mexico Center, identified. Aeromexico Nine 1 Nine, contact Mexico Center 125.1.
Center on 125.1, Aeromexico 919. Have a good afternoon. Mexico Center, Viva 3283, flight level 262.
Viva 3283, Mexico Center, identified. Continue climb to flight level 360.
Continue climb to flight level 360, Viva 3283.
Polaris 359, contact Mexico Center 123.0.
Contact Mexico Center 123.0, Polaris 359, take care.
Viva 3283, Dixon 1 Bravo, runway 29 left. Report ready for descent.
Dixon 1 Bravo, runway 29er left, ready for descent, Viva 3283.
Viva 3283, descent to flight level 230.
Descent to flight level 230, Viva 3283.
Viva 3195, descent to flight level 150.
Descend to flight level 150, Viva 3195.
Polaris 5351, contact Mexico Center 123.0, bye-bye.
Contact Mexico Center 123.0, Polaris 5351, bye-bye.
Aeromexico 118, climb to flight level 370.
Climb to flight level 370, Aeromexico 118. Mexico Center, Polaris 5348,
Volaris 5348, Mexico Center, identified. Volaris 846, turn left, heading 120, vectors for the approach.
Turn left, heading 120, Volaris 846.
Aeromexico 107, climb to flight level 350, vectors for Nick Benito Juarez.
Climb to flight level 350, Aeromexico 107.
Volaris 846, turn left, heading 120, descent to flight level 120.
Turn left, heading 120, descend to flight level 120, Volaris 846.
Viva 3283, descent to flight level 140.
Descend to flight level 140, Viva 3283.
Alaska 1427, contact Mexico Center 126.6.
Contact Mexico Center 126.6, Alaska 1427, bye-bye.
Volaris 846, contact Querétaro approach 127.2.
Contact Querétaro approach 127.2, Volaris 846.
Viva 3195, descent to flight level 130.
Descend to flight level 130, Viva 3195. Mexico Center, Viva 9144. Good afternoon. Descending via Nautic 1 Alpha, flight level 243.
Viva Line 144, Mexico Center, identified. Volaris 5958, contact Monterrey Center 127.4.
Center on 127.4, Volaris 5958. Have a good afternoon.
Aeromexico 107, Mexico Center, expect Arab Bravo, runway 23 left.
Expect Arab Tree Bravo, runway 23 left, Aeromexico 107.
Aeromexico 366, contact Mexico Center 123.0.
Contact Mexico Center 123.0, Aeromexico 366.
Viva 3283, contact Mexico Center 123.0.
Contact Mexico Center 123.0, Viva 3283.
All right. I have been gone for a minute. Wow, that was almost 12 minutes. Had fun stuff. All right, let me see real quick. Has ATC given me... No, ATC has not talked to me in a minute, actually. Mexico Center has not talked to me in a second. We are now at flight level 350. I can actually speed up quite a bit. Let's see. How long are we away until Amoda? We are actually like 3 minutes away from there. Let's speed.
Aeromexico 107. Contact
Okay,
Mexico
nope,
Center
talk to
125
Aeromexico.
decimal 1. Have a good afternoon.
Let's speed up to there. Throttles will go up. And the weird thing about the Boeing 7.2, specifically the Super, I'm not exactly sure if the regular 200 was the same. The middle engine, engine number 2, is actually different than the engine 1 and 3. And you can see that right here. I first noticed this when I was watching a cockpit video that somebody had made from a 7.2. And I noticed that they kept the throttle 1 and 3, engine 1 and 3 up, and engine 2 was behind. I think on the 7.2 regular, it was the other way around. Engine 1 and 2 were below engine 1 and 3 were below engine 2. You're playing a naval game about ships in the Cold War, and in panic, you accidentally shot down a 707. No. What game are you playing? What naval game is it? That sounds kind of interesting, actually.
Aeromexico 118. Mexico Center. Expectará 3 Bravo.
I think we're a minute away. Let me put in some of these other waypoints.
Aeromexico 118.
All right. Urtan. Let's see. That might not be an approach. Yeah, I don't think that's an approach. Surprisingly, he hasn't sent me off to another controller yet. Sea Power Naval Combat. Oh, I've seen that. I have that game, actually. Sea Power Naval Combat. I have that one. I don't think I haven't learned how to play it. All right, KLRD. Let's see if I can get this loaded in. KLRD, runway 36 left. Nothing is set up here. All right. I'm gonna get these other waypoints in here. Yeah, I have played that game before. I have no idea how it works, though. I'm a terrible commander. Urtan. Nope. So we are going to Urtan. U-R-T-A-N. U-R-T-A-N. That's the only waypoint of that kind. Dahor. Oh, finally. Monterey Center. Cool.
Contact Monterey Center 124.
The co-pilot is
589.
Rican R-I-K-N. I wish I could.
Center,
Oh,
Eiffel
that's
589. Flight level 348.
Okay. Enter. And the last waypoint for this part is going to be Iligo. I-L-I-G-O. Enter. Enter. There we go. And now we have the last of our waypoints. So, 316. 316. Did this tell me anything? Contact Monterey Center. Blah, 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 blah. Identified. Okay. Morane Center. No, never mind. Disregard. No, I don't want to talk to you. Negative. I don't want to talk to you. It's a fun game. Can be annoying at times. Yeah.
Alaska 1427. Flight level 370.
All right.
Alaska 1427. Monterey Center. Radar contact.
All right. Well, it looks like it might be a little bit cloudy coming into Texas here. That is fun. The weirdest thing is, I forget, Texas is what, 2 hours behind Ohio? And it's completely dark outside, yet it's like midday here. Let's see, actually, what time is it in Laredo, Texas?
Rojas Alfa Mike, San Francisco Javier Mina landing ground 14.
5:26 p.m. So they're only an hour behind us?
Runway 1 for Rojas Alpha Mike.
And very soon it's going to be completely dark. It's just crazy how that kind of works out, you know?
Rojas Alpha Mike, contact Mexico Center 126.6. Good afternoon.
Alright.
Contact Mexico Center 126.6 Rojas Alpha Mike.
Alright. We're doing fine. Fuel looks good. I think we probably put more fuel than we needed. That's completely fine. Once we get to Laredo, I don't know if I'm going to do another flight tonight. I could. I have the time to. We can go to... That's going to be a 2-hour flight. Tuscaloosa Regional Airport. Tuscaloosa Regional Airport is apparently the next one on the list. That's a 2.5-hour flight. We'll have to see what time it is once we get to Laredo. It's 6:27 right now. Yeah. In relation to the map, we're a little more than halfway there, so... Discord real quick. I'm going to real quick move this over there. There we go. I'm going to just close that. I guess I didn't even need to move that. Why, Mateo, why'd you move it?
Eiffel 589, contact Monterrey Center 127.4.
Monterrey Center 127.4.
Contact Monterrey Center 127.4, Eiffel 589. Monterrey Center, Eiffel 589, flight level 348.
Eiffel 589, Monterrey Center, identified.
All right.
Polaris 6 Victor Lima.
I hope that didn't install the airplane.
San Antonio.
Climb to flight level 400, Polaris 6 Victor Lima.
Install the airplane. I just hit a button I wasn't supposed to. So we should be there in about 15 minutes. Really not that far to Iglo. And you know, I'm gonna wait for ATC to give me the runway assignment, and then I can put that in. Just because it might tell me something different, and if it's gonna tell me something different, I want to have the right one in there. But now we're in cruising altitude. Everything's kind of chill right now. Let's see if I can get charts, by the way, because what I did over the week is I actually got a Navigraph subscription, believe it or not. And now if I go in here and I search up JLRD, because that's totally what I meant to say, KLRD, we have charts. We have the charts. So now we can see all that fun stuff. Let's see, RNAV, runway 31, did I say? Wait, are we landing 3-1 or 3-2? I thought no, 3-1 is what we took off from. 3-6 is what we're gonna be landing at. 3-6 left. We have the charts now, so we're just gonna type in 111.9er, and then we can start to get all the approach procedures into play. Top of descent is going to be a 3,000. That's good to know. And I want to say that we're going to be coming in from the left, I think. And if we have to go around, you can blame the controller for that. Okay, yep. 358 is the runway heading. All that good stuff. All right, cool. Nice to have it. I actually enjoy it. So what made me get
American 227
Navigraph is
sorry,
did the ATC just talk to me?
Contact
No, ATC did not talk to me.
25.6 American 2278.
So, one of my reasons for purchasing Navigraph, I only got a month subscription. What made me purchase Navigraph was the fact that the MD-11's nav data was out of sync. So some people were telling me when we were flying the MD-11 that I had to update that I had to manually update the nav data for the FMS. So I got a subscription to Navigraph, and I updated the nav data for the MD-11, and there were two options. I could have done the plan that was just to basically get the air nav data, and that was like $26. But instead I decided to get a month's subscription for Navigraph, which includes that, because it was cheaper and I get charts. So we get to play with the charts now, which I really enjoy. So I would say that so far it has been worth it. Whether or not I will keep it is to be determined. Hey, what's that? Wait. Oh, what the? Oh, look at this. Wait, what? Huh? Oh, flight only. I read that as flash. Wait, flight only? What does that mean? Okay, I don't know what that means. I've never bothered to look at this.
570, flight level 320.
All right. Oh, we're carrying on. But yeah, so I got that. It's cool. Unfortunately, and I don't know if this is just a Microsoft this is a Microsoft Flight Sim thing. The taxi charts tend to be a little incorrect. So if we go to KCLE, right? And actually KCLE might be correct. But if you go to the taxi chart, right, and you can kind of see in here, you can see the taxiways and everything. Taxiways in this game, for some reason, are not always correct. I want to say that in Microsoft Flight Simulator, this right here is Lima. This one's correct. But I want to say that the game has this marked as Sierra. And I want to say that this is like Golf or something. It's not Lima 7 and Lima 5. It's like Golf and some other number. I want to say this one's correct. I don't know about any of these other ones. But they're not always right. I don't know if there's a way to fix that or what. Maybe the only way excuse me, let me try that again. The only remedy for it is scenery, but I don't feel like spending that kind of money because scenery can get very expensive. That's my only thing with this. But other than that, the charts are beautiful. These work great.
Center on
125.6.
Eiffel 589.
Looks like a pretty clear road ahead. Let's take a look at the BeyondATC map.
Eiffel 589. Good afternoon. Flight level 348.
Welcome to BeyondATC. We have a lot of stuff around us. Look at this.
Monterey Center, radar contact.
A couple smaller what is this? A Phantom? A Phenom? Southwest 737. A321, Boeing 738 WestJet, United 738.
Contact Monterey Information Approach 122.45.
Monterey Information Approach.
Contact Monterey. Information approach 1.
What an interesting thing. This is the Saving Private Ryan joke. Thunder. Germans have a hard time with the TH, so it's a code word. Yep, Thunder. Flash. Thunder. Right, because I think in a lot of other languages, TH doesn't exist like it does in English. So anybody who's not used to saying thunder, you know, TH, would probably struggle with it. Man, we got some turbulence going on here. And we are about 4 minutes away from MTY. Oh, and then, actually, we are at top of descent. I'm going to see. He might call me in a minute. All right, we're going to close this. I don't really need that. Look at those beautiful mountains out there. That is beautiful. Just don't go too low when you're trying to approach. Oh, man. You know what I should do? I should do some, like, GA flying around here. That looks kind of fun. You know, I really should do that. I don't do enough of it. I did it a lot in the first Microsoft Flight Simulator in 2020. I haven't done a lot of GA flying in this one yet. That might be a lot of fun. Which, isn't there like a fishing DLC for this game? I thought someone made like a fishing mod or whatever. That might be a fun little thing to do. I saw Jeff Fabiano playing with it actually. He did a like a little, just for fun, what do they call it? Bush flying. And he landed at like a little pond in the middle of like this big like forest or whatever. And he started doing fishing, which I thought was kind of neat. Let me see if I can find that actually. Oh, we are getting contacted by the ATC. He is asking me, RNAV 36 left, report ready for descent. RNAV 36 left, we are ready for descent now at full 589.
Phil 589, Laredo Airport landing runway 36 left.
Oh, RNAV 36 left, I should write that down. Laredo Airport, landing runway 36 left, Eiffel 589. Alright, I should write that down here. I usually wait to do this until the end just so that I can have it confirmed that it is in fact runway 36. KLRD 36 left. Enter, and is going to be the RNAV with the hula transition. No. Oh, gosh. What did I just say?
Castera 2970, Meter 1
Leo.
Bravo, runway 32. Report ready for descent.
It's not going to...
Mature 1 Bravo, runway
Whatever.
32,
We'll
ready
just
for
have to
descent.
do-
Costra 2970.
Let's do Kahan.
Costera 2970, descent to flight level 160.
That's fine.
Descent to flight level 160, Costra 2970.
Hold on one second. Hold that thought when I was talking about fishing. Let me take a look at this
Monterey
real quick.
Center, Polaris 5958, flight level 390.
Oh gosh, I did not mean to do that. See, this would be easier if this was a touch screen.
Monterey Center, radar contact.
Oh, that's not too bad. But do we need to go all the way up to Kahan, though? Do we really need to do this? Go all the way up to Kahan. Where is Kahan? Oh gosh, too far. Recon is down there. Recon and then Kahan. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Did he give me the scent clearance? Oh, he has not told me. Alright, I'm going to set that to auto-respond. Get PBY Carolina and land in the Great Lakes to do some fishing? Yeah. That would be fun. It'd be a little bit of a change of pace.
Contact Houston Center 126.1, bye-bye.
Me? No, not talking to me. He's talking to an American. Alright, maybe we
Contact
don't have
Houston Center
Kahan there.
126.1 American 227.
Kahan and Hula we could probably remove. That way we go straight to Woodrow. Because then I think if we go straight to... there's no point to go up here just to turn right back around. I mean, technically, we could probably just... Let me see. I think up is where I need to go. We could go straight to Sasok. Like, we don't even need to have these 3 waypoints. What's the point of that?
American 1288, contact Houston Center 126.1.
Where?
Central
Is it me?
126.1 American 1288.
I didn't get that
Bye-bye.
closed. Alright, so we are going to remove a couple waypoints here because it's just gonna make us go in a place we don't need to. So, Kahan, we are going to remove. Kahan, goodbye. Hula.
Speedfield 243 heavy.
Good luck.
Contact
I mean,
Monterey
goodbye.
Center 124.5.
Woogro.
Have a
We
good
could do
afternoon.
Woogro, actually. That's an idea. Well, do I want to do that, though?
5 speed, but 243 heavy. Bye-bye.
Let's get rid of Woogro. Delete. There we go. And then now we can just go straight to Sosog, and it's... We don't need to do, like, whatever the heck it wanted us to do before. Alright, where are we? We are at 350. We are heading to Dahor. So, let me take a look at Dahor real quick. That is going to be flight level 160. We're going to set it to 160. I am going to turn this
Monterey Center, west, jet 2455.
I'm
Good
gonna set
afternoon,
that
flight
down
level 350.
200 knots.
Base ship 2455, Monterey Center,
I'm gonna set this to
identified.
1500 actually. Alright, can you slow down a little bit? I want you to slow down below 250 knots. Oh gosh, the horror is right there. Alright, set that to speed. I'm going to set that to, what does that say? 243. So now we're going to start descending, and it will hopefully keep us at 243. Alright, here we go.
176, radar vectors.
So yeah, real quick. Alright, so while we're descending,
Report ready for descent.
Jeff Fabiano, I think,
Radar vectors, board me Zulu runway 30, ready
let's
for
see.
descent, Rafael 176.
where does he start? I think this is Fabiano live channel.
Piedras Negras
Streams
landing
that,
runway
isn't it?
30.
Let's see.
Piedras
Iberian
Negras,
Peninsula,
landing runway
Red Bull
30,
Practice.
176.
When did he make this stream?
Flotilla 176, descend to 2,300 feet, altimeter 2986.
Descend to 2,300 feet, altimeter 2986, Rafael 176.
What am I looking for? Maybe he doesn't have it here. Maybe he never saved the live stream. Red Bull Practice. It's not that one. Maybe it was a while ago he did this. I didn't think it was this long ago. No, I don't think it was this long ago. All right, let me just search this up. MFSS24. Let's see, fishing mod, maybe. Oh, Go Fish Parallel 42, maybe. Yeah, I think it's this one. A full-fledged, data-driven fishing experience for Microsoft Flight Simulator 24. Yeah, I think he tried that. It's $20 US. It's not cheap. Can I? Okay.
Flight hit 384, contact Monterey Center 127.4, have a good afternoon.
All right, he doesn't want to talk to us just yet.
Contact Monterey Center 127.4 flex, jet tree 84.
Yeah, so this exists for flight sim. You can fly around, go to like little places and stuff, and you can go on like fishing trips, which might be a little fun thing to do for GA. I don't know. I never really fly GA, but this could be something fun to try at some point. Just kind of, you can like catch stuff and like I guess read about it, read history. Oh, and you can there's even a fishing boat. Okay.
Descend to flight level 080.
That's not us. Okay, he's not talking to us. But yeah, that's kind of
Descend to flight level 080, Costra 2970.
Bolari 6 Victor Lima, Monterey Center, expect Cerveza 2, runway 31 left.
Expect Cerveza 2, runway 31 left, Valera 6 Victor Lima.
We go above and beyond to bring you the best for luck.
Oh, he posted a video about that. Oh, I thought I almost just shut down Streamlabs. That would have really scared me. I almost clicked the wrong button. Yeah, here we go. So, Jeff Fabiano posted this video with this mod. It's such a weird little thing. So, flying GA, I'm just curious. Hold on a second. He shows the landing gear. Did that
Monterey
actually
Center,
make...
Alaska 1427.
Oh, it
flight
may
level
have actually.
370.
I was thinking it made little tracks
Alaska
in the snow. That's kind of
1427,
neat.
Monterey Center, identifier.
Yeah, so you've got like this whole thing on the EFB. That's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy someone figured out how to do this in Flight Sim. Kind of wild.
Monterey Center.
I'm gonna have to watch this one. I didn't see this. The only thing I saw of it was in a live stream.
Flight level 262.
I think he unlisted it though. That's why I can't find it.
Aeromexico 942, Monterey Center, radar contact. Costera 2970, altimeter 29903, expect
All right. Did he say anything to me? Laredo landing runway.
Altimeter 29903.
He did not give me
Runway
any.
32 with a Vingo transition. Costera 2970.
How far away from the airport? He didn't give me an altimeter setting. All right, we are going
Polaris
straight
5958,
to
Monterey Center,
Recon.
expect Cerveza 2, runway 31
No,
left.
we're at. Oh
Expect
gosh.
Cerveza 2, runway 31
Why
left.
it didn't
Polaris
pick up that we're
5958.
going to recon? Why didn't it
Polaris
pick
6
that up?
Victor Lima, contact Houston Center
Hold on, I gotta
127.8.
fix this. Oh, yep, there you go. Now it
Contact
fixed it.
Houston
Why
Center
didn't it say it there?
127.8 Polaris, 6 Victor Lima.
That was so weird. It said we were still at Dahor going to recon. I don't know, maybe just clicking that fixed it. All right, we are at 150. Where are we going? Sosiak. I think I might be a little bit behind descent schedule. Recon. Oh gosh. Ooh, Sosiak. I don't have Sosiak on here.
Costera 635, contact Monterey
You know what?
Center
Let's descend all the way.
124.5.
I'm gonna descend down to 10,000.
Center on 124.5, Costera 635.
All right.
Aeromexico 942, descend
speed.
to flight level 170.
Descend to flight level 170.
I don't think. I think
Aeromexico
if I hit
942.
descend. No, if I hit descend, that's not going to. If I hit descend, that's not going to.
Alaska 1427, contact Houston Oceanic 132.65.
No. So I think if I hit
Center on 132.65,
descend, I
Alaska
can't hit
1427.
this.
Bye-bye.
So if okay, so when we were ascending, right? I clicked altitude hold. That will take us up to whatever flight level we have here. If I hit climb, it will it'll help us maintain a set altitude. So if I hit climb, it'll initially have us maintain a set speed of 230, I believe.
268, flight level 369er.
Of 230. If I click it again, it's 250. I'm not sure what happens if I click it again. I think it's like 27 or 280. It helps us maintain those speeds. But if I hit descend, it doesn't work. So I don't really know what descend does in the grand scheme of things.
Cerveza 2, runway 31 left. Report ready for
I really don't know what it does in the grand scheme of things.
Cerveza 2, runway 31 left, ready for descent.
All right.
Polaris 5958.
Polaris 5958,
I'm going to go
descend via Cerveza 2 arrival. San Antonio Airport landing, runway
Got me.
31 left. Altimeter 29908.
We're at 10,000 feet.
Descend via Cerveza 2 arrival. San Antonio
Sosiak.
Airport landing, runway 31 left. Altimeter 29908, Polaris
11,
5958.
Niner is speed, which I probably don't even need it.
2970,
Because I
descend
think,
to 4,400 feet. Altimeter 29903.
I think the FMS is going to line us up right for the runway, so I don't even need it really.
Descend to 4,400 feet. Altimeter 29903, Costera 2970.
It's like if I see that.
Asian 589, altimeter 29904, expect radar vectors for RNAV, runway 36 left.
Oh gosh. Altimeter 29904, radar vectors for RNAV 36 left, Eiffel 589. Alright, it understood
Costera
me.
2970, clear direct Vingo.
What did it say?
Vingo at or above 4,400 feet, clear RNAV, runway 32.
29904.
Clear direct Finbo. Cross
I'm gonna
Finbo.
set
We're above
this
4,400 feet. Cleared our nav runway 32 Costa 2970.
I'm going
Bulletin
to set
5958,
this
clear direct man.
for 180.
Resume navigation.
All
Clear
right,
direct
just set,
man. Resume navigation. Polaris 5958.
set that to flaps 1.
Bulletin 5958.
What was I doing?
Contact
Right, I
Houston
was
Center
here.
127.8.
Pan up.
Contact Houston Center 127.8.
Yeah, see, and we're going to go
Polaris
straight in runway
5958.
36. So I don't even really need this. This would be helpful if it was foggy or I wasn't heading straight in for the runway. Let me see, in. To the left.
Base ship 2455. Contact Houston Center 125.75.
Yeah, see, straight in. There's one that always
Contact
is.
Houston
All right.
Center 125.75
We're
west
descending
to
now to 3,000.
2455.
That is going to be the glide slope. Top of the glide slope released. And we're good. Sun is going down. Man, I gotta say it's beautiful, the sun in this. Let's close that. Oh, did that make a shadow? Look at that.
American 1288.
I mean, it's a great thing that
Contact
that has a
Houston
shadow,
Center
but that's...
126.1.
I didn't know that that casted a shadow. That's kind of neat.
Contact Houston Center 126.1.
All right, I feel like it might be a little bit cloudy coming into Laredo. Oh yeah, because Texas is having storms, aren't they? But isn't it just the northern part, or is it the entire state? I'm not really too sure. I am planning on streaming tomorrow. It might be fun leaving Cleveland. It's going to be very cloudy and snowy.
Contact Houston Center 127.8.
I thought I said tower. I was going to be like, wait, what?
Houston Center, Eiffel 589. Good afternoon. 6,300 feet.
So we, it's 2:53. We should be there in about, sorry, 6:53. Should be there in about 5
Houston
minutes.
Center, copy. Polaris 5958. Contact Houston Center 134.6. Have a good afternoon. Contact Houston Center 134.6 Polaris 5958.
We are dipping below the clouds now. And we are at 3,000. Boom. 1,000 to go. So something that's a little weird with this airplane is this aircraft will actually warn you when you're about to approach 3,000. I want to say that on the 727, the regular, not the super, your co-pilot will actually tell you when you're 1,000 feet from reaching your assigned altitude or your designated altitude. This one, on the other hand, it's the airplane that buzzes. Oh, look at this fun business. I'm going to set this. We're still a little ways away before we get onto a final approach. But we're almost there. Yobix and then Vamut. Oh my. Well, isn't this fun? Have to see if we can get auto land on this thing. Wow. Why does the aircraft look so dirty? Does dirt accumulate on aircrafts in this game? Because the fog makes it really come out. Wow. Alright, I'm going to set this to, you know, we can set that to 160. Because we're almost, actually, you know what, it's fine. We'll set that to 180. We'll slow down as we get a little bit closer. And I am going to, you know what, when we get closer to Vamut, I'm going to actually use this. It's all sand. Oh, it probably is, actually. So I'm going to set this onto the Nav1 navigation system. So that means we'll follow the radio navigation instead of the FMS. I'm going to do that just because we're going to set up a we're going to set up an auto glide slope kind of thing with this, which is really easy. When you capture the localizer for the runway, you actually just hit approach. And then I want to say glide slope's automatic. It's not like the 727 regular. You have a little switch here. You set it from, what is it? You have it on OxNav, following the INS, and then you set it to nav localizer. You capture the localizer, and then you set it onto auto glide slope. This one, it's just a single one. Which, by the way, I should probably turn this on. Completely forgot to do that, and it's probably going to ding me for it. Alright. Let me see. Oh, I got that. Oh, I don't know if that's gonna capture that. Oh, shoot. Alright. We'll just have to keep it on that then. If I set approach mode, there we go. Approach mode is working and auto glide slope is on. We haven't gotten on the glide slope. You were driving to work with heavy fog, maybe 20 feet, when a 737 landed. Landing lights punched through the fog, followed by a Southwest jet. Nice. Alright, I am going to slow this aircraft way down. They get another set of flaps in here. Approach mode is armed. Alright, whatever. I'm going to have it set to that. No, I need to have that set to that, and... Why is that not doing it? Mateo, you should... Oh, I completely overran the airport. I have completely overrun the airport. Oops. My mistake. That was a lot closer than I thought it was going to be. Holy moly. Alright, we got to turn. I have completely ran past the airport. That came a lot faster than I thought it was going to. All right, let's we got to turn around. Wow, look at this. There's the airport right there. I've completely overflown it. Overflew it, flew right past it. I thought we had a lot more time. I thought we had a lot more time than that. All right, why isn't this working? Have I clicked the wrong button, maybe? RNAV? Maybe it's this one that I need. RNAV, no. Nope, come on. That's the runway 36. 119er. I wonder why that's not... Why is that not 50 feet above you? Wow, that's crazy. I wonder why that's not doing that. All right. And also, this thing hasn't had me contact Approach yet. That's really weird. I think there's a bug ever since this last update with BeyondATC, where for whatever reason, it's not having me contact Approach. See, like, it didn't have me contact Approach. Perhaps that was my error. All right. We are going to start a left-hand turn, heading 180. 180, that's fine. All right. Look at this nonsense. Oh, that's a little scary, isn't it? Mildly concerning. Just don't look to your left. Don't worry, the autopilot knows what it's doing. Set that to 15. Yep, so, alright, so I think, we're gonna fly out to here probably and then start a left-hand turn. I'm gonna see if maybe I can get the nav thing set up. I don't know why. Did I? Oh, I don't even have that selected. That might be why that's doing that. Oh, that might be why I didn't capture it. Okay. That might be why I didn't capture it. I didn't have that on. Mateo, you are starting to make mistakes. Look at this. Alright, we're flaps 15. We're going to keep it on flaps 15 for right now. Auto throttle does not know what to do. It's like, oh my god, I'm trying to maintain speed. We're flying so slowly, I can barely keep us in the air. Alright, here, let me see if this will work now. So if I set this... There we go. Now it's working. See, that's what I wanted. Alright, I'm going to start a left-hand turn.
Envoy 3829. Contact Houston Center 134.6.
No, but it's facing the wrong way. Why is it facing the wrong way?
3829.
Hello? Why are you facing the complete wrong direction? That's facing the complete wrong direction. I don't know why that's doing that. That's the wrong direction. Wait, what runway am I set to? I'm set to 36 left. Am I crazy? Yeah, 36 left is the southern runway. Why is that pointing in the wrong direction? No, I need you to point that way. 36 is there. What? Alright, whatever. 1119er. Yeah, why? That's facing the wrong direction. All right, you've captured that. All right, it has captured the FMS again. I'm going to set that on approach mode. It doesn't want to do it. It literally doesn't want to do it. All right, you don't want to do that for some reason. Is there a reason you don't want to do it? Could it be altitude mode? No, it does. Nope, it doesn't want to do it. All right, I may. Oh God, you're gonna start turning the wrong way. Oh crap. I may just have to hand fly this in. All right, let me descend to 2,000. Descend. 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 I'm gonna contact tower as well, because for some reason Houston's not sending me to tower. Hey, tower, I'm inbound. Get ready.
Laredo Tower, Eiffel 589, RNAV runway 36
RNAV,
left.
there it is.
Eiffel 589, Laredo Tower. Wind
What the heck is that
360 at 8.
doing?
Runway 36 left cleared to land.
Runway 36 left clear to land.
Oh,
Eiffel
crap.
589.
Yeah, well, we are overflying it again. That's all because, for whatever reason, this thing's not doing what it's supposed to. All right, hold on. Let's try again. Wow, this is a really crap landing. Why am I doing so terribly? It's all because this didn't work. All right, altitude hold. We're going to be turning around because I'm way too high. Am I okay, whatever. Let's go down to 1,000. Go down to that. Okay. We're going to start descending. Right. I'm gonna probably have to hand fly this in. You know what? I'm not gonna hand fly this just yet. What do you say? Don't sink. Yeah, you know what? You're probably right. Let's try to get some altitude here. All right, I'm going to set this. We're going to start a right-hand turn. Which actually, I may just take control of the aircraft now. Why, by the way, is that on? I don't want that on. When did that turn on and why did it turn on? All right, I'm going to take control of the aircraft. Need to get that up. Let's try and get that down a little bit. Wait, that's the runway right there. Okay, it's fine. We got this. Gear down. Why are you mad? There we go. Might just have to hand fly this in. After going around twice. Because for whatever reason, it didn't want to capture the approach. That was so weird. Ah, 500. Holy crap. Trying to get some altitude here. We're a little bit low. However, according to the runway PAPI lights, we're actually fine. Holy crap. We got a little bit of a crosswind here, I think. Holy moly. Oh my god, we're dropping out of the sky. Oh! What? Excuse me? That was beautiful. I mean, it wasn't beautiful, but I've landed harder than that. And the game hasn't freaked out on me. Excuse you? That was beautiful landing. I don't know what you're on about, game. That was a great landing. All right. I tell you, this whole stream has been a little scuffed. All right, let's. I guess we're gonna try this again because the game was like, yeah, you're not landing like that. All right, I need to. Apparently, we're going around. All right, let's Let's set the heading on. Apparently, autopilot is already on. May have stalled and the game called it a crash, yeah. What do you mean glide slope? Holy crap. Okay, the plane's messed up now. Oh my god. Woo! What the heck's going on now? Excuse me, game? Alright, something weird's going on. I think I broke the airplane. I broke the airplane. Yeah, relax. Where the heck am I now? I'm completely off course. Oh, God. Oh, gosh. Hold on. Air brakes. My yoke. Yeah, you're right. You know what? We're just going to call this a scuffed thing. We're going to end right there. For some reason, my yoke came... Oh, gosh. What? All right. My yoke came... Okay, everything's going wrong. So, my yoke stand just fell.
All aircraft be advised, information Alpha now current. Altimeter 2997.
Like, you know when they say everything that could go wrong just went wrong? Okay, there we go. My yoke is connected to the... Okay, there we go. Yep. That was so weird. Everything just went wrong right then. All right. Let's try and actually do this. I need to get that off because that's really annoying. All right. All right, let's go back. Wow, that was it. That is by far my worst landing in Flight Sim ever. Can you slow down, airplane? All right, I'm gonna set that to 180. We're gonna get that on. And we're just gonna hand fly this in. You're too low terrain. All right. So, if I follow this course and then turn around... Oh, the autopilot's fighting me. Autopilot was fighting me for some reason. Too low flaps. Yeah, I stalled it. I will show you another landing I did where it was even worse than this one, and the game was okay with it. All right, do I need to turn around yet? Am I? Nope. We're still a little ways yet. All right, why are you speeding me up really fast? Okay, we're good. I'm gonna take you down to like 170. Wow, this... Okay. turn that off. Because I don't want you on. There we go. That's so much better. Alright, airport is right there. We will come around for our second landing after whatever the heck happened on that first one. Maybe I set the speed too slow. That might be what it was. I'm going to set that a little bit slower. Like maybe we'll set that to 150. What I had it at may have been just a little too slow. All right, we're going to start our right turn. Yep, we can set the right turn and not... Oh, God. Okay, nope, we're fine. Autopilot. We're just completely started sinking then. All these people on the ground must be like, what in the heck is going on? You're too low terrain. There we go. Look at how beautiful that is. See, we're right in line. The storm is here. Also, I think I figured out why my... Oh, I'm in the wrong... I'm going in for the wrong runway. You know what? It's okay. This is an emergency landing. You're too low terrain. We're going so fast. Also, I think I figured out why my yoke came off of its stand. I'm pulling to the right. I need to be pulling straight, and that's because I'm not sitting perfectly centered. Woo! We're down.
IFO 589, exit next available taxiway.
Hey, is he gonna be like, by the way, I have a number for you to call.
IFO 589, contact ground 121.8.
Ground 121.8, IFO 589. Take care.
I'm really curious what my landing rate was for this. We'll have to see. Because, as I say, I have pilot's life running, and that will tell you what your landing rate is. Alright, let's slow down. Alright, where am I parking? I know where I'm parking. It's not going to tell me what my landing rate was until I actually finish the flight. We're going to go to the UPS ramp. Laredo ground IFO 589 requesting taxi to the ramp 24. That was terrible English. All right, let's get that back up.
Welcome to Laredo Airport. Ramp 24 taxi via Bravo. Ramp 24 via Bravo.
All right.
IFO 589.
There we go. Watch, this is gonna be like a really smooth landing. Alright, let's get the wipers on. There is a thing with the Boeing 727, which now the wipers aren't working. Oh, that's the auto brakes. Mateo's getting his wipers confused with his auto brakes. There's something really weird with the Boeing 727 wipers. I don't know if any other aircrafts in this are like this. But you'll notice it leaves this little line. You see this? I wish it didn't do this. I think I get why they do it, but I don't like it. It cleans the windscreen, don't get me wrong. I just wish it didn't exist. All right, we are going to ramp 24. So I will get the old GSX people to head over there. Ramp, what did I say? Ramp 24. Ramp 24. It is a large parking. Donata can handle us. What is the autopilot saying? Oh, apparently I'm 500 feet up, and the autopilot was like, just so you know, you're 1,000 feet from reaching your desired flight altitude. Man. My second worst landing would have been at Inault in Canada. I was flying up there from JFK, I think. And the problem with that airport is that it's in between a bunch of mountains. And I went in there at night. And I think I crashed into one of the mountains. Or I almost crashed into one of the mountains. Suddenly the little flight director or whatever was like, terrain, pull up. And then there was just a mountain in front of me, which was kind of funny, but it was dark and I couldn't see anything, and it was awful. Think you need to change those wiper blades? Probably, yep. I wonder if they changed that for the 727. You did an Air India? Is that how Air India would land? What was that? Oh, it's nothing. Alright, we got a little ways to go. Yeah, it's just down to the end here. Turn right, and then you're at the stand, so. And also, something that's so weird. No, Air India 737, you think hit a mountain on landing because of clouds? Oh, I may have heard about that one, actually. So, something that's really weird about this airport, and I think it's like this in real life, is it's on a hill. The runway is like on a hill. And it is so weird. I don't know, maybe that's normal, but I was watching videos of like the aircrafts that come here, like taking off and stuff. And like they disappear behind a hill and then they come up and you can like see them on the runway. But for a while, you can't see them because it's like that much of a slope. Which is just so weird. All right, where do you want me to park? The ground people cannot store vehicles to save their lives. Sir, I can't go there. There's a pushback tug in the way. This is... Okay. You know what? We're just going to park right here. Mate, I can't go there. We're going to have to stop right here. All right. Let's get that on. Let's get the cooling doors open. And let's just see what this terrible landing was like. We'll wait. We gotta wait for the APU to get started. So, surprised that there's no UPS aircraft right here. All right. That can go off. We will shut those down because we don't want to burn the APU. That back to bus tie. Those can go off. That's on, which is good. Shut that off because I don't really need that. Set that to ground. We can get that closed. Set that to APU. And we can get the engines off. Can always work for Ryanair. Hey, they were calling me. Mateo, turn off the taxi light for the sake of your ground crew's eyes. There we go. All right, hey, I'm not going any further. Which, nice thing about GSX is if I talk to them, that's not a very good landing? Well, that's not a very good parking spot. Do you not notice this vehicle that's in the way? Which, by the way, this is a really weird-looking pushback. That's for like an A380. All right, let's get deboarding started. I'm sorry all of you guys who have to work out in the rain, but I do appreciate it. All right, let's get some stuff on here. We will then do a little bit of debrief. Ground power is working. We'll get the engine covers on. We'll get chocks, and cones out. Set that to exit power. We will get that off. That can stay on like that. Turn off those. That can turn off. Get that off. We'll get one of those off. Those two are off. Everything is pretty much off. We can also turn off the APU. All right, and the process of deboarding has begun.
Crew deboarding starting.
No. All right, process of deboarding has begun. Now, let's take a look at the flight debrief on here. So I'm going to submit the flight, yes. That took a lot longer than it probably should have. Okay. Good thing nothing we had was glass or fragile. You hope just mail and close? Yeah. All right, submit the flight. This is going to be the only flight we do tonight. I have some things that I need to do. And you know what's really crazy is that the time right now is 7:27. Well, now it's 7:28. All right, the next airport we would go to is Tuscaloosa Airport. Let's go to the logbook and let's see what this landing was like. 84 was the score. That was actually better than my last one, which is interesting because when I landed at MMLO, I actually had a negative 28 landing rate.
Bravo now current. Altimeter 29er.
So that's interesting. Although the reason I failed, I think, was the landing gear stuff. Landing gear was down. I think I just did it really late. All right, let's take a look at this. A 488 landing rate. That's not terrible. It's not great. It's not terrible. Landing lights were off because when I crashed, it turned them off. Stall never indicated. Wait, what? Stall wasn't indicated. What does that mean? That's the first time I've had that fail. Okay, surprisingly, not too bad. Surprisingly, that wasn't terrible. Although you can see the nonsense that we had to do. Wow. So I think this was the first around we went. And then we went back around. Right, because that was when I crashed, wasn't it? Yeah, I think that was right when I crashed. So then we went, oh, no. I think I had to go around again, didn't I? Did I go around twice? I don't remember. And then we went all the way around. And that was when we did our landing. That wasn't terrible. That really wasn't terrible. Almost a perfect landing with an MD-11 versus basic crash with 727. The crash gets a better rating, yeah. All right. Well, that is going to do it for this stream. Tomorrow, I actually could do a longer stream because it's going to be snowing all day tomorrow, and we're going to be snowed in, which means I could potentially stream a lot earlier than I normally do. I was actually considering the idea of doing a morning stream tomorrow. And we could just stream however long we feel like streaming because I actually have nothing that I need to do tomorrow, which is nice. A Sunday without anything to do, always the best. I'm going to see if I can figure out how to get the Aeroconomy stuff going. And maybe we'll revisit that tomorrow. If not, we will fall back to doing more charter flights. I'm going to have to check the landing gear on this aircraft. Everything will be fixed up for tomorrow. Until then, I will see everyone around. If I'm not back tomorrow for whatever reason, actually, I don't know if I'm going to be back on Tuesday. There's a chance I may have to cancel Tuesday's stream. We have a pipe right now that's frozen, and I might be taking... I don't know. I'm not going to tell plans. Have a good one, Tristan. Thank you for stopping by. Well, I will have that information on Discord about my streaming schedule. I'll be back tomorrow. That's the plan. Take care.